Welcome, everybody, or should I say friends, enemies, and those yet to be decided. Once again, we are down here on the patio at the Red Lion, 944 Mass Street. A big shout out to Chris and the Red Lion crew, not only the kickball team, but everyone working tonight. They've got some great specials, $5 Pacificos and $3 green tea shots. Yeah, you can't. This is as loud as it gets.
Get closer.
Yeah, get closer. We've got a great lineup here tonight. Directly to my left is the always amazing, my favorite co-host of all time, Jason Cubby Huang.
Pete Rose is back from being no longer banned from baseball. Whatever.
Free at last?
Yeah, whatever.
Free at last.
He should never be free. Whatever.
He should have no, Cougar. You better watch
Moving
your
on.
fucking words. No.
Moving on.
Nope. Pause. Hard pause. You don't get to move on. There are two Pete Roses. One was one of arguably the top 5 baseball players of all time at multiple positions. And
Correct.
The other was a degenerate gambler who only, while illegal, bet on his team to win and was banned from baseball for life. There are two different Pete Roses.
Is that like a...
that should have always been the fact.
Is that like an Anakin Darth Vader situation?
Exactly.
Like one died and then the other turned to the dark side?
In the eyes of what? Paul Giamatti? Paul Giamatti.
Bart Giamatti. Not Paul. Paul's his son.
Yeah, Paul's his son.
Bart Giamatti, yeah. The late Bart Giamatti, yes.
Fuck Bart. Dead.
He
That's
was
what
correct. He was correct.
He was partially correct. But I guess batting 500 will get you into the Hall of Fame, right? Finally.
Whatever.
Directly to his left, representing your Honey Badgers, Ken Dog the Booty Hog Caberline.
Thanks for having me, Sean. Especially you too, Cougar. Thank you.
No, thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure.
Directly to his left, representing Lawrence Shirt Factory, Brett Three Hands Chinhall.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I've used that before.
And as usual, we always save the best for last. Representing the Woost, Jeff, I'm on a smoko, so leave me alone.
That's right. My name's Jeff, and I like to party.
He likes to party. He's here to party. Hey, you didn't bring me an IFU this time, so.
No, I didn't.
Neither did the board. I was on my best behavior on Sunday.
I wasn't.
Allegedly. We'll get to you.
Oh, no.
Don't forget, check out the Facebook page. We have, ending this Thursday, the pre-orders for our always awesome shirts and tanks for the Kifa Clinic. So get on and make sure that you get your pre-orders in. That will be closing on Thursday. So don't miss your chance on getting your Kifa Clinic shirts. Steven said pass because he'd just tuck it in his back pocket. I think you should buy one.
Steven's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I think he doesn't wear a shirt, so I get it.
Wait, no, just make sure what date, time, and location of the Kifa Clinic, please.
All right, the Kifa Clinic this year is Saturday, May 31st at 2 p.m.-ish. They start on the same hard guidelines that the podcast does. So 2 p.m.-ish. And as always, that will be located at the wonderful Hobbs Park.
In case you know, that is 14th in Delaware.
14th in Delaware.
Yes.
Same place as
No,
always.
11th in Delaware. I'm sorry.
14th?
11th. Don't trust an Asian in such direction. Sorry.
Yeah, does that involve driving?
Please don't. Please don't. Or drinking. No, yeah, I drove. Yeah, exactly.
No, I will say, Cougar is a pretty good driver. I followed him one time, and we only both got in 4 accidents.
Okay.
What?
What kind of car do you drive? If you mind me asking?
he's got a Beamer.
Fucking Beamer?
It's a Mercedes Benz. No,
Oh,
2015.
I'm sorry. Beamer, Benz, or Bentley. Cougars.
It's a
pockets are never
2015.
empty.
He's 9 years old, or not, about to be 10 years old. Okay.
Oh man! In 10 more years, it's a classic, and you could get one of the light blue license plates.
Ooh.
No, I'm not planning on doing that. No.
It's $25 yearly. If you don't do that, you're a goof.
How long have you known me?
I was gonna say, Cougars only fan must be booming lately.
Yeah,
What?
Cougar does have soft feet. Very soft feet.
Feetfinder.com.
CougarFeetFinder.com.
Cougar Feet Finder. So don't forget, our two charities this summer are the Lawrence Pride and the Willow Domestic Violence Center. So we'll be raising some funds for them all summer long. Don't forget, you can just donate. You can throw money at the charity anytime you want. So do that. If I need to, I'll bring a cup, or when I finish this drink, you can just put money in there.
Is
Put
that
it
a
into
White
the
Russian,
charity.
my friend?
It's a Kansas cream soda. It's
Oh,
way
okay.
more dangerous than a White Russian.
Okay. It looks delicious.
It's beyond delicious. They're dangerous. Let's jump right into week one. This past Sunday, Mother's Day. Hopefully everyone got to see their mother, spend the day with their mother, maybe even go to bed with a mother. I know I did.
Hey. Oh, shout out all the moms in the league. And I saw a lot out there having a really good time.
Yeah.
I know my mom was out there. The boys were they were trying to get her to shotgun beers. Mama Badger doesn't
She draws
do that.
the line at
She
keg
doesn't do
stands.
that.
She's like, I'll only do a keg stand,
She's
no
from Topeka.
shotguns.
She had to drive back. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to drive drunk with a gun.
Mom, don't listen to this. I love you.
So yeah, happy Mother's Day to all you great moms out there, and even the bad ones. Yeah,
She would
you
laugh
deserve a
at that.
day.
She would laugh at that.
YSC1 sponsored this year by Invictus Fitness. So we're going to call YSC1 Invictus Fitness Field. 5 p.m. The D-Holes 15. R Bar. Star Bar 4.
No, that's not Starbar. That's the old Invictus Fitness name. No, it's not.
Yeah. Well,
Starbar used to be their name years ago.
oh, well, I mean, R Bar kind of earned that name, didn't they?
What Starbar?
Yeah, you
No.
know, an asterisk?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, can't stand the heat. Stay out of the kitchen.
Oh dear!
The notes on this: R Bar, great kick by Shelby in the 7th. D-Holes, Kelsey made a great catch in the bottom of the 3rd and threw to get a double play. 2 RKI triple for Ariel in the 6th. Overall, great place kicking by the D-Holes. Pretty expected outcome. Cougar, do you have some notes on this game?
I got a summary from Alex Hammond of D-Holes. This is what they said. Quote,
That looks like a novel, not a summary.
well, yeah, it is. You'll see why. Well, yeah. You're talking, yeah. Anyways, quote, they, beating R-Bar, were a fun and great team and great sports. We kicked off the Amber Lord retirement season very well with her getting on and scoring twice. Board. Week 10, give us the boost for her final regular season game. Did you hear that, Jeffrey? Yeah. Why are you distracted?
Sorry,
You
I
hear
was
that,
so
Jeffrey?
I was so
Kenny,
distracted.
I
by
know
the
you're
people
getting
Clearly,
that-
what
I
he said,
don't act like
board.
you don't know
Week
who's
10,
the
give us the boost for her final regular season game, unquote.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
please. Actually,
No, there's a reason why. Let's not talk about it. Ugh.
Wait.
Board. No. It said board.
Yeah, isn't that-
Week 10. Give us the woos for her final regular season game. Unquote. I'm not so sure about that.
Hey,
Well, for
and
reasons.
I'll just say this,
Oh,
as
God.
knowing that I will back up the claim that they are the gatekeepers to the top 10. If the D-Holes want the Woost in Week 10, you will do exactly what Sideport did last year, and they'll go out, they'll show up, they'll show off, and they'll earn that spot in Week 10. But it is nice to hear a team calling someone out in Week 1. That's fucking amazing. This year's going to be wild.
Oh, jeez.
I'm here for it.
Well, I did it with the Rick Rollers. I asked
Yeah.
to play the Rick Rollers week 1 as, you know, we were the 2-time Twain champs. They won. They said they wanted me. I asked for them. They got it. Thank
Yeah,
you guys
I mean,
for that.
it
Appreciate
did work
that.
out that way, and thank goodness it did. We were all let down with one thing, though. Steven, not sure, ripping his shirt off.
We'll get there.
Moving on with the summary from Alex Hammond. You mentioned Kelsey had a great catch and double up. Airy was a beast at first base as usual. I caught pop-up from Sebi in back-to-back at-bats, and Dover almost got him a third time. He was a good sport about it. We scored Bernie on Mother's Day. She was very sneaky and taking extra bases. A lot of our scoring was done with 2 outs. We did a lot of great place kicking, and that's the summary from Alice Holman. That's all I got. So, yeah. Anybody else want to talk about this game between D. Holes and Arbar? Jeffrey, Brett, Kenneth? You got nothing? No? Kenneth?
No.
Nothing to give in.
Wow, Kenneth was very with one-word answer. That literally never happens. Wow, okay.
All right, so moving on to Invictus Fitness Field, YSC 1 at 7 p.m. Oof. Uh-oh. I didn't realize that it was on one.
Game of the year.
No, this is our Loving Hugs and Cuddles Fun Time Super Learning Experience of the Week.
Is that what you're going to call it all season long?
It'll change. It'll change weekly, but no, we're the feedback that we've received is that that the prior hate fuck of the week, too much, belt to ass, too much.
Really?
So we're yeah. I mean, hey, we get lots of feedback. All right. Shout out to Doug Dimmadome.
Little love tap of the week now.
The love tap of the week, the big hug of the week.
Big hug of the week. Oh,
21 at Love Garden 3. This was probably why it was hard to get notes on the game. Love Garden. Jack is really good. Love that guy. Riley, great kick, bottom of 5. Johnny's carry is so good, written twice. Zach kicks hard.
So here's the thing. I heard a little birdie told me that Skyler, the third baseman from Love Garden, is recovering from surgery.
Yes.
I don't know from what.
I think he was out, going to be out for a while.
I don't know exactly what injury he had, but so get well soon, Skyler. But is this more like Johnny's good or more Love Garden bad?
I don't think it's fair to say Love Garden's bad at all. I think it's more of an indictment of how good Johnny's really is. I mean, the defending champions for a reason.
Well, that's true. But here's the thing. Like last year in the game of the week against Global Cafe, Love Garden, they got their brains beat in week 5, 18-3. And it got run ruled in the 7th inning. And I reffed that game at first base. And I saw the mistakes on defense that Love Garden made. No offense, guys. I was like, oh, my God. So
I mean, 15-3, 21.
18-3.
And 21-3.
You don't want to play
teams.
the back-to-back champs week one.
That's a rough start.
Well, no.
Rock and roll as Love Garden had to make adjustments. Moving Skyler, they might have had to move people in multiple positions. And I've done that, and it usually doesn't turn out very well. So, week one, I think anything can happen week one. Anything can happen.
And I mean, with the rotation, maybe trying to refine that identity of years past, too. Trying to get into some sort of at least a groove. It's really tough going against the best of the best week one. So it's not even it can't be a get right game. It can't be a must win game. It's a find yourself game.
Would you rather play Johnny's week 1 or week 10?
Neither. I don't want to play him at all.
that is the correct answer.
Yeah,
ding, ding.
I'd rather play them.
Week 9. I'd rather play him week 9.
Yeah, week 9 or not at all. That's rough.
Oh.
Any notes on this game, Cougar? Did you have anything? Anybody see that? Anybody want
I
to
had no
talk
summaries
about
from either Johnny's or
Love
Love Garden. No summaries. Nothing.
No summary. I think the scorecard said it all.
Sure? Okay.
YSC 2 at 5 p.m. Red Legs 5. Invictus Fitness 15. Notes on this: Red Legs double play bottom of 6. Invictus Alex great center field catch top of 7.
Imagine that.
Kenny with a homer with 2 outs in the bottom of 7. Pat ground rule triple bottom of 2. Heads up double play top of 3. Kenny insane falling throw to first in the top of the 6th. Diving catch by Alex on Corbin in the top of the 6th. And Angela great bunt down 3 in the bottom of the 7th.
Just in case you didn't know, Invictus Fitness used to be Kansas
Taco
Zone.
Yeah.
Not
You better
KTC.
you better
Kenneth.
get that lineage right. KTZ Because
it's been 2
Kansas
seasons.
Tree
Stop
Care
it.
came
Stop
before
it.
that.
Will you stop it, Kenneth?
No
Kenneth?
such thing.
No. And from these notes here, it's nothing super out of the
Cougar, do
ordinary.
you
that I
have
think-
A summary? Yeah.
A summary for
I got a
this game?
summary from Nick Benton from Red Legs.
Thank you, Nick. Future guest.
Future guest. I described it to my team was like when Oklahoma City Thunder was up 150 on the Nuggets the other day. When the other team is amazing and hitting their shots, you better also be on your A game. Kenny almost busted the ball, putting it over our center fielder's head. They put another one over the fence. They're hitting every gap imaginable. It was impressive to watch, to be honest. From our perspective, we have a lot of new pieces, and we are figuring out where to put pieces to make the beautiful masterpiece it had the potential to be. It was inning 4 or 5. That it started to click. Defense locked in, started to move some runners. Just too late. Just was too late. Invictus Fitness, Kenneth, not KTC, looks awesome. Give us a couple weeks to figure this out. I'll be very excited to play them again. P.S. Shout out Kara Gully. She's awesome. Also, Jess, hi Jess, Corbin,
Sure, she is awesome.
and Walker. I mean, man, I really fucking love having them on my team. Oh, wait, there's also a summary from Lewis from Invictus Fitness. Quote, flawlessly officiated by ringers and rechecks.
That's Lou, everyone. Jesus Christ. What are you, the federal government?
Oh, I swear
Lewis.
to God. I swear to God.
Full names, whatever.
It's respectful.
It's respectful.
He's Asian. They're respectful.
Not all, most of the time.
Or it could be not their preferred name, and it could be disrespectful AF. Yeah.
Oh,
there you
Jessica,
go.
sorry.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
reading
see,
off the-
he just
No.
shortens
I was
whatever
reading
he
off the damn
wants.
thing.
Cougar
Jessica,
makes the rules
Jessica,
here.
I was reading off this. Just like reading the teleprompter.
You can tell that. You can tell he feels bad about that.
I do feel
And
bad
now
about it. I do.
He'll never make that mistake
You know,
again.
I think
assure
Cougar
you.
needs another shot. He should be
No,
punished.
I don't. Back to the summary, guys. Stop. Not sure, but I think everyone else got on base for us. Wind was blowing out, so made for a higher scoring game. Corbin has the strongest arm in the league, unquote. Wow, that is high praise. I mean, he's got a hell of an arm. Corbin does.
Honestly,
What's that?
Zach does
Maybe we
too.
need a jugs machine to see who throws the hardest
Both
in the league.
of them, I can hear.
Yeah.
There's like a whistle on it. Like when you throw
I
it,
will. I will say I will throw
Who?
Matthew Pendry into that as well.
Penny's pretty good. He's got some pace.
It wasn't every throw. I did ref
Yeah,
your game.
yeah.
It wasn't every throw.
Yeah.
But the second throw he had of that game,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Woo.
Jessica feels oddly.
Yeah, like I said, he played baseball all his life, so that's why Matthew, the Tropics.
I think
do
you
that.
should write the board about this. Maybe we could get Cougar suspended a week for not calling you the right name.
Jess has come over
It's
here to
fair.
talk about the game.
By the way, here's Jessica. By the way, from Red Legs. Hi, Jessica.
Who's that? I'm so confused.
Yours sounds better. So I just wanted to say, obviously, really good job by Taco Zone. Okay, Invictus Fitness, sorry. But, Red Legs had to make some adjustments, like on Saturday with picking people up and lineups. So, and that's no excuse for what happened, but I am really proud of the Red Legs. I thought we did really good. Like Nick said, that we struggled in the first few innings. Kenny kicked an in-the-park home run, like absolute laced it to the fence, bases loaded. So, on 2 outs. And then Pat's
Worst possible scenario.
Pat's ground rule triple that also bounced over the fence on 2. Pretty deep fence. Was
How did they get him?
With 2 outs and runners on 1 and 2. And so, I mean, that's, 7 runs right there of the 15. So, obviously, that's like a bummer, and you get down early like that, and we could have hung our heads, but I thought we picked it up, and we stayed consistent and didn't get down on ourselves. So, yeah, really good job. Corbin had some sick catches. I'm really excited to play with them. Jordan's a really good friend of mine, so I'm excited, and we had a fun day. So, yeah, it was good.
I think that's going to be a really good fit for you, honestly. Like, I've seen you, because I've been in the league on a few different teams, and I honestly feel like this is by far the best fit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm just collecting jerseys at this point. It's okay.
So you're a honey badger next year, is that what we're saying?
Oh, dear. Hey, no tampering, okay?
I always
no
tell Jess,
tampering. Stop it.
So me and Jess both play Friday League. We're both 2 players that play on, probably try to play as many games as we can on Fridays just because we love the game. I play with Jess maybe once a year. I play against her more than anybody else. I play over 100 games of kickball a year, easily between spring, summer,
You're
fall,
crazy.
everything. And I'm playing Jess every time I go out to the field. I tell her, I'm like, here we go again. Here we go again. Every fucking time.
Why?
Go ahead, Sean.
I'd rather not.
Okay.
No, I'm done.
YSC 2 at 7 p.m. Recess Rejects 21, Ringers 6. Whoever ref this game, naughty list. No notes.
And I'm very surprised because Brooks, I would assume, is one who refed, and Brooks is really good about notes normally.
No, Brooks was playing.
Brooks was playing this ringer. He's
yeah,
on the
Brooks
ringer.
was
What are you
playing.
Oh,
talking
I
about?
forgot.
What are
that
you
we
talking about?
changed
He's,
our refs. Yeah.
no, he's playing on the ringers.
Oh,
What are you
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, Kenneth?
I'm an idiot.
Yep.
Never mind.
Kenny's
Everybody
just
knows
a little
that.
confused. It's
Kenneth.
okay. I won't say necessarily an unexpected result. A good learning
By
experience.
15? Wow, that's a lot of runs.
I mean, recess rejects aren't terrible.
They're not terrible, but by
Yeah,
15,
neither are the
that's-
ringers, but
Yeah,
I'd
kind
have
of
to
a-
look.
Unexpected score there, in my opinion.
I would have thought that ringers maybe would have put up 10 to 15.
No, I talked
Agreed.
to Paul
Agreed.
and Brooks Sunday night at Hobbs. They said like a lot of things went wrong. That they played one of their worst games ever, and they told me, "Look, it's a horrible game that they played, but they hope that they can get this out of the way, learn, and get better each week, and not allow a game like Week 1 against Recess Rejects happen again." That's basically what they told me at Hobbs last Sunday. So
Hey, I mean, it's a great starting point for the defending boot champions.
sure.
One, nowhere but up to go, and
Yep.
two, I mean no disrespect when I say this, but I feel like on paper going into the game, it's like a light heavyweight going against a heavyweight.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's a matchup.
Yeah, sure.
But you're still punching outside your weight class.
Yeah.
That's why I think it was a good learning experience. Hearing Brooks and some of them with the feedback, and from what I heard about the game as well,
Yeah.
knowing where they could improve, the areas that they lacked in.
Yeah.
Hey, and that's what Week 1's
like,
all about, man.
Yeah, you're finding your team, you're finding your identity, especially for lower ranked teams. It's weeks 1 through 3. You're really feeling out your lineup. You've got a lot of people. You got a lot of players. Some new players too. So you're trying to work people in, find spots for them, find positions. Like
Yeah.
I said, not necessarily unexpected. I think the only thing that wasn't as on par for me would be the lack of the offense for the ringers.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think they'll turn that around. I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
playing with the Ringers in a city
They've
league,
got
actually.
fucking legs for
They
days.
do. I was just practicing with them
I was
about
gonna
an
say
hour
that. I
ago,
was gonna say that.
and some of them were just like kicking it right over my head and right. So like they'll figure it out. They're kind of
100%.
split in two teams right now. They have a city league team, and then they have some people who play, on Sundays. And so there is a bit of a switch. But man, dude, they're a team that practices twice a week. It's like they're really bad about it. And we saw it last year when they won the boot. But like you said, nowhere but up to go from here for the Ringers.
By the way, Sean, just to make sure, do you know who won that game? Your fellow Sean, Mr. Edwards.
Good. At least he knows how to spell.
Yeah, here we go again. Sorry, Mr. Wilson, Mr.
Hey,
Donnelly, Mr. Jolly.
Another W for the good guys. That's all I know.
I knew it. Here we go. Sean versus Sean War. Never ends.
YSC 3 at 5 p.m. JDE Shift 8.
Drink shift.
Global Cafe 12.
Hashtag drink shift.
Next one, refs, naughty list. No notes at all. Cougar, luckily we've got some recaps here.
I do. So this is from Avery, the captain of JD Shift. Drink shift. Quote.
Drink shift.
We got off
Hashtag
to...
drink shift.
Thank you.
Drink
Quote,
shift.
We got off to a slow start on offense, which I blame largely on our speaker dying. JD Shift runs on vibes. Dot,
Oh,
dot.
And
How do you
100% they
show up
do.
with a dead speaker
Dude,
week one?
I've done it once,
Oh.
and you know
You deserve to
we're
lose.
The same. We're the same as them. You got to have the vibes.
Yeah.
So then you just hear me like yelling the whole fucking game. Nobody wants to hear that.
We'll talk about
And-
speaker
and
vibes
out
in a
of
little
like
bit.
out of music that comes out of dugouts, JDE by far has maybe the most variety. You're gonna hear
No,
country. You're gonna
Woos.
hear pop.
They-
Woos as well.
I would say they'd have the most variety.
Ghost,
Boost has the best.
Ghosts are as well.
Thank you.
But they have the craziest arrangement of
Oh, there's a
music,
free
so-
range dog.
I could see that.
What the? Okay.
Continue.
Thank you. ... and shift. Drink shift.
Drink shift.
We scored 4 runs in the 7th and 3 runs in the 9th. If we had a couple innings like that earlier, we would have had a shot. On defense, we could have made a couple more plays, but Global is going to score some runs no matter what. Really fun game.
No doubt.
I read something like Global was up by 9-0, and I guess they
Win.
Like
on
in
the
the
game.
fifth inning.
Fifth
I think
inning,
it was
yeah,
fifth
yeah.
or sixth.
And then I guess they put on cruise control the rest of the way. But Liz Carr, the commissioner of the league, co-commissioner of the league, did say that JDE drink shift, did
Drink
block
shift.
down their defense from 5th inning on. They gave him credit.
So I watched
So.
the game on Facebook, and I thought most of the game it looked like a really good game. And
Yeah.
JDE, we all know that they played together for a while. They're pretty good place kickers. I saw a lot of that. As Avery mentioned, Global is going to get about 10 to 12 a game, no matter what.
Yeah.
Unless they're not playing one of those 1, 2, or 3s like in there.
Well,
But,
I even think those games are still.
I mean, Global's going to score.
Yeah.
Overall, I think that's a really good showing for JDE Week 1. Yeah. Especially, I think they lost Josh. I didn't see him on
He
there.
retired.
Yeah,
He retired.
Big country. Thank God, because when I would hear that country music coming up, I fucking knew one was about to go to the fence. But
Yeah.
that dude was an animal.
Cougar, do you have a little bit more on that game, or was that all?
No, that was the only one. Like I tried to get some Global.
Take
to get
notes,
Global.
please.
I didn't get anything from Global Cafe
Yeah,
summaries.
refs.
Sorry.
It's week 1. You're on the scoreboard.
You get the
Just
pass.
take
this
some
time,
notes.
But take notes. Come on.
No, they're still
Yeah.
on the naughty list.
Sean says no pass. Actually,
What? Yeah, no pass.
Fuck off. Take
I mean,
notes.
we've all been doing this for long enough. No one's scorekeeping that doesn't know what they're doing.
Amen.
YSC 3 at 7 p.m. Jazz House 6.
Look at the notes on this one.
The LFK Rays 1. Notes, Jazz House. Third base, great throw for a close force out at first. Pretty much the only thing that can happen at 1. Darren, shoestring catch on Kate in the 5th. Michael sent up 1 in 6th. First attempted throw and missing moving runner to score. Heather, great snag at pitch to end the 7th inning rally. Jesse threw out, I think that's Kai, from shortstop in 7. LFK Rays, Tyler, great throw from 3rd. Great line drive catch second base. Darren put a foul right into the catcher at 3. Michael nearly saved a foul bunt for a tag out in 5th. When the highlights are a foul ball,
Yeah,
that means there was some good defense played.
I guess so.
I know Rick said that there was a lot of good defense played in the game. 6-1.
yeah.
Not a surprising score.
No, I don't think it was. No.
I think lower than maybe expected by about 4 to 5 runs per team.
Perhaps, yeah.
But a good signal maybe for the year to come for Jazz House.
Well, it is, and you'll hear the summary from Rick why that's the case, and I'll go and read it right now. From Rick, the sponsor of Jazz House. Quote, "My team is basically a new team again." Again? No, not Jazz House. Jesus.
That's like saying that the Royals are a feeder team to the MLB in 2004.
Oh, jeez. Pretty much. In that we almost have all new guys, but my girls are so great from last year that I kept all of them, and then added another 1 or 2. We were able to get together for practice before the game, so it was pretty funny introducing each other right before the game time. Okay. But they are excellent athletes, 4 baseball players who know ball diamond perfect. Our defense was perfectly terrific. We gave up 1 run in the first inning and didn't give up any other runs. LFK Rays are a very good kickball team, and we really have to grind it out to beat them. If they had just get a long ball threat on their team, I think it would have been a huge improvement for them. Really good guys, fun to play. We're looking forward to playing the Pendry team. Okay.
Oh, another week 1 call
That's
out.
next week. That's next
Jazz
week.
House wants
Oh,
the
dear.
Tropics.
Oh, dear.
Quote.
Oh, dear. My prediction...
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, my prediction is somebody's going to win by 1 run
Hey.
extra innings. Ha, ha. Also, I'm going to make an extra effort to play every inning with 6 guys, 4 girls in the field. It seems like the right thing to do, quote, unquote. So that was from Rick. And then I got a quote, or summary from Jesse from LFK Rays.
Holy shit.
Wait, hold on. What?
No, keep going.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Unless you want to comment on it.
No.
Okay.
I'll comment on the notes later.
Okay. This is from Jesse from
Holy
LFK Rays.
shit.
Quote, they were a fun team, super cool and chill to play, overall great vibes, and I hope they have a great season. It also gave us a great opportunity to see what things we need to tweak and improve on to have a great year, quote unquote. Which is true because LFK Rays, they did lose Sam and Emberly to Harpies.
Huge.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
mean, when the foundations, the pillars of your team that
Yeah.
would never leave,
yeah.
leaves.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, man,
It's a big adjustment.
It's a huge adjustment to
Yeah,
make.
I mean, it's still a team sport, but still a huge adjustment.
Two premier starting spots.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep,
kicking in the top three, both of them for the Harpies.
Correct.
That's a major blow.
It
and
is.
to see them come out week one and put up a fight against Jazz.
Yeah,
House
only
is
lost 6-1.
awesome.
I know Jazz House, like Rick said, basically a totally new team with almost new guys. So, yeah, credit to LFK Rays for keeping it close. They had to retool their team. And for Jazz House, basically a new team with all new guys.
Hey, you saw Rick's ranking. He's fucking coming for that top
geez.
10.
Rick,
you saw
Rick
Rick's ranking.
He ranked his own team 7th.
I talked to Rick
Yeah,
McNeely.
number
He said he's
7.
not messing around anymore, guys. He said he's
Oh,
here to
now he's
stay.
not messing around?
He's going top 10 or nothing.
Oh,
You
now
can
he's not messing
quote him
around?
on that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, this is what else he said. He said if Jazz House doesn't end top 10, then Kenny gets to drink at Jazz House for free for
No,
the
he
rest
didn't
of the
say
season.
that. Kenneth, shut up. No, he didn't say that.
All I am going
No,
to
he
comment
didn't.
until later is that the look on Mr. Pendry's face right now is that of Alex Jones when you told him that Sandy Hook was real. He is disappointed.
What? What did you expect
What?
with tonight's panel? Okay.
Yeah. No, we'll just let that fly.
So I feel like we kind of missed the Degenerate podcast the other week. I was very disappointed with that. So tonight, I kind of came with that energy. I hope you don't mind.
No, we don't mind.
It's always
you
welcome.
gotta make it up somehow.
I wake up with degenerate energy. Let's be real.
You? No. Well, so that's all I got for the summaries for both games.
All right. Well, moving on. YSC 4 at 5 p.m. The Screamers 9 at JB Califusion 13. Screamers. Albert blasted Hahn at catcher. Ball went backwards over the dugout almost to another field. Better notes, guys. I'm disappointed. But that was Aaron Adams? Okay. Yeah. I would like to welcome a very special guest at this time.
Oh. Who's this, Sean?
My favorite person named
Not
David.
Cougar?
No. It is none other than David Shipley.
The former consort. Hi, David.
I thought he was going to introduce Chewy.
I did
Yeah.
too. I really
Yeah.
thought you were introducing the dog.
I thought about it.
Also,
Chewy is-
welcome
Chewy is
back,
here with
Screamers.
that was not for me.
No,
Shut up,
I
Chewy.
was really honestly trying to decide between the consort or Festivus because I would love to air some grievances.
Thank you, Steven.
Yeah, I got beef with the two hosts, but we'll take care of it privately because I don't want to
two of
waste
them, right?
anybody's time. No.
Okay, thank
No.
you.
No, please waste our time.
Look, Ken, if you want to be in on that conversation, I'll let you.
No. I got enough beef, brother.
I kind of want
I got
to.
enough
Hey,
beef.
man.
I got enough beef to open a slaughterhouse.
Good game. This was a KVKL classic game. This was what this league is kind of about. It was fun.
Yeah.
Good
Kind of.
times.
Kind
It was
of.
not anymore.
At times.
Good back and forth game with good people, and we had a great time. Califusion, great game, and they got the win. Great come from behind win too, and great refs.
I love
it
coming
was a
from
fun
behind.
game. Good times.
That's my favorite.
It was the old Sod
this
Squad.
is
yes.
FKA
Adam's team,
Sod
yeah.
Squad. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. That's all I got to say about that. Great times. And great to have KVKL back.
Yeah, it's awesome being
and-
back.
and-
Too bad our game of the week in week 2 is trash, so nobody show up, all right? Thank you very much.
oh my
Say
goodness.
this: if you haven't been to JB's Cali Fusion, please go.
Those
my buddy
burritos
was
with the
running.
French fries in them?
Yes,
Oh.
and on Sundays they have the breakfast burritos. It's like $8 to $10. I can't remember because I'm usually hungover. But that thing is the size of your fucking head, and it's awesome. Everybody at JB's is really good people. Go support them.
Yes.
They're in. I don't remember the address, but it's the old Terrebonne.
Okay,
support
yeah,
Old
them.
Terrebonne, if you know, you know.
It's so
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
It is a great
I
place.
love them.
Yes,
I love
yeah,
them.
Absolutely.
I'd like to give a quick shout out to them too. I refed the game of the week, and they were doing the scoreboard. They did a fucking killer job. Absolute great job, and they made my job easier. So shout out to them for that.
And I'm not gonna lie, scoreboard sucks. I never want to do scoreboard. It's terrible.
We've done the past 2 years of Tropics. It was fine. It's fun.
I'm too drunk to do scoreboard.
Don't drink when you scoreboard.
Don't drink.
Game of the week,
That's,
don't drink.
that's
What are
when
we
you,
doing
yeah,
here?
that's
I
when you
don't
lean on your
drink.
teammates.
I did.
Hard.
I did. Hey, Sean, I worked the walkie-talkie.
We're going to visit David later. I can't wait for that.
I got a summary from JB's Cali Fusion from Adam Patterson, the continuous, long-time captain, probably the longest-serving captain in KVKL history, like 25 years or something like that. Quote, Screamers started out first inning going up 3 right away. We answered fairly quickly, and I think we traded leads a few different times throughout. Up until the 8th inning, I think, Ben hit one of the biggest kicks I've ever seen him do for, I think, a RKI.
I think.
That's what he
What
said.
do you mean, I think?
In parentheses, that's what he's saying. A 3 RKI triple and defense held on for the win. Was a fun game, a total team win with everyone contributing. Hopefully you guys have score sheets to fact check me. LOL. I don't have them. I'll just take.
They're readily available on the website. You can hop on to CahvalleyKickball.com and check out those score sheets. You can also check out all sorts of information about our 2 chosen charities this year, Lawrence Pride and the Willow Domestic Violence Center. So hop on there, check out the score sheets. You'll see there also that there were very limited notes. Scorekeepers.
Take notes.
You got,
It's not hard to write.
We
We
should
all
just-
learned this.
Yeah. We could have digital. Yeah.
I'm from Topeka, and I can at least write. Come on.
He's like, I can write in cursive, bitch. That's a flex
I
now.
can write in
right?
cursive. Low key.
Why? Do you have any more insights on this game, Coop?
I do not, because I
Do you not? That was all.
Yeah, that's all I got. So.
Well, good showing for Califusion week 1 with a 13-9 win over the Screamers.
Yep.
Yeah.
YSC 4 at 7 p.m. Soda Jerk 7. Red Lion 11.
By the way, where's the podcast located?
Right here at 944 Mass Street at the Red Lion on this wonderful patio out front. And some very amazing weather.
$5 Pacificos and $3 green tea shots
$5
tonight.
Pacificos and
Oh my
$3
God.
green tea shots. What a deal. If you're at home listening, come down and buy Cougar a green
Tell him
tea
to heckle
shot.
Kugler. Buy him.
I gotta drive
Yeah.
home. No,
Buy
thank
him
you.
Rumpleman's
He's gotta
not
drive
green.
home.
No, no
He
more
told me-
Nobleman.
he told me
Stop.
He's the only Asian that doesn't drink tea. He prefers.
He is.
He actually prefers Rumpleman's.
How Cougar drinks less tea than Patrick Jane. That does not make sense.
I drink tea once or twice a year.
What?
No, I drink more
What?
than that.
Like when visits to the homeland?
Immediately.
That was a serious question. Every year Cougar goes venturing. You
No.
just came back from globetrotting.
No,
I figured maybe you hit the mota down in, different country where it's where it's morally allowed, air quotes.
Stop. No, I've been to South Korea since in LA 8 years, 9 years.
8 years.
2018.
Jesus,
I can't do
Cougar.
that. Wait, how many? What year? 2019? Yeah, sure. 8 years, yeah.
You need to go home and bring me
It's
some
not my home. It's my
snacks
ancestral
back.
home.
We could
I
make
was,
some- we could
I was
make
born
some
here in
calls.
America. I was born here. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I mean to visit your family.
Visit my
Cougar.
family. Yes, that's true.
Home
That's
is where your family is, Cougar.
Yes, true. That's true. Except I can't speak Korean very well, so I'm.
Well, that's because you don't visit.
No, that's because I didn't care to learn it. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Anyways, I got a summary from Derek Davis, board member of Soda Jerks. Quote, It was a great game. We struggled with Lions, top 5, and we dropped some outs at first that eventually turned into runs. We had a few 2-out rally that kept us in the game, but it wasn't enough. Jeremy Bloom had a great double play by catching a bunt and turning it to first. Our lady outfielder MJ caught 2 big kicks out to left. New lady Darian joined in making plays at 2. So that was from Derek Davis, captain of Sojourn, also a fellow KVK owner to you. Yes.
So
Yes.
Red Lion didn't get drunk enough. 7 o'clock. We expect
Yeah,
them
I
drunk.
know that was my
Step it up,
game
Red Lion.
changer.
Step it up.
I don't know. I won't say outmatched. I think this was a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Well-matched team, an aging Red Lion team.
Aging Red Lion, but you know, we've been talking about Red Lion aging for years,
Yeah, and
they
it
come
doesn't
out some
affect
weeks
them.
and it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This
was that
play
week.
Teams that are ranked above them and keep it close, they can also come out and beat teams right around them and beat their ass.
Yeah.
So they can also come out and lose terribly.
Yeah.
So you never really know what you're going to get, but I would say like that is one team.
Holiday weekend,
One of
5
the
p.m.
most unpredictable teams in KVKL history
Yeah.
is the Red Lion franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Soda Jerks had a pretty decent season
Hey,
last
the
year.
lights
Let there be
are on.
light.
Yeah, they went 8-2 last year. That's
Yeah,
correct.
8-2.
It's not a bad win. at all.
Finished number 12
schedule.
in the Cougar RPI.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Yeah, fuck those.
What do you mean allegedly?
They somehow ranked above.
No, actually, they ranked 13th,
bullshit.
13th in
13th.
RPI. 13th.
Yeah. And we were 14th? Yeah.
14th, correct.
Yeah.
Because Soda Jerks had a
I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong. Coop.
yeah, okay, well,
I like that.
whatever. Okay.
I might use that.
Oh, take it, use it. Ugh.
Abuse
One
it.
of my favorite.
I will.
Use it.
I will.
Spank it.
So, yeah, so.
YSC 5 at 5 p.m.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, the must-see matchup. Honey Badgers 18, Rick Rollers 14.
Oh, boy.
Let me just say,
Oh, boy.
Sunday was a very long day with some crazy happenings. Monday, I looked forward to one thing. I turned on Facebook. Yeah, I turned it on, flipped the switch. I got on, I pulled up the Rick Rollers Honey Badgers game, and all I found myself doing was hitting the fast forward 10 seconds. And then
You're
Steven's
looking for
first
Steven
kick,
to rip off
he
a-
came up already shirtless, and then I closed the video, and I watched nothing else. So
it turns
I
out
blame
Steven
Steven.
doesn't own very many shirts.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm telling you, Steven is the first housed person I know to have 3 T-shirts to his name. We call him 3-shirt.
He has his other 2 in my trunk, actually.
Yeah.
3 shirts, Steve. There we go. 3 hands, 3 shirts, sure. Yeah.
No. The notes I had on this, Rick Rollers, Alex ground roll triple in the second, bottom of the 5, Steven with a great diving catch, and great job also, as was pointed out by Steven earlier when he showed me the replay.
Of course he showed you.
Well, I wanted to see it. I got to see it.
It was a dope catch.
Like, I got to see that shit
Hey,
in
have you ever
first
seen a
person
coach
shooter
so
mode?
hyped after a player
Yeah.
makes a coach? That's one thing you're going to get with me. If somebody makes a good play, I'm running. If you're in right field, I'm coming from third. We're fucking chest bumping after that play.
But great job to the
It's happening.
referees
It's
for
happening.
knowing where the ball was, moving, staying with the play, and
No,
watching it all the way through.
The refs did a great job.
By the way, here is Mr. Steven Nahara, the center of this matchup between Rick Rollers and Honey
Steven,
Badgers.
tell us about the game.
Take it
And-
away, Ms.
and
Nahara.
Tell us about your first experience
Oh, boy.
with the Honey Badgers.
I told Sean this earlier today. It was the most fun I had ever since we were with the Posh Wash. We were bottom team, but we had the most fucking fun. It's probably the most fun game I've played in my whole KVKL career. And also the most locked the fuck in I was for any game I've
Bro
ever
was locked
fucking
in.
Gee, I
played.
wonder why.
Shout out to my whole team. They're fucking great people, great players,
And dude, one thing with the Rollers is we're all friends. I just played in the charity tournament with them. Me and
dude,
Elia.
it got
we
a
did
little
really well.
The
We beat
fact,
some teams.
the
we didn't
fact
think
that
we
the
would
Honey
beat.
Badgers knew the Rollers as well as we all knew each other, it got a little chippy out there. Like people were talking, and that just made the game more fun because they never like crossed the line, but it got enough chippy that you want to like play a little.
It
Fucking
was
harder,
spicy.
you know?
Yeah,
Miss
those are
Katie
the-
Keating was there. I think I had told her before the game. I said, "Let me apologize."
It got spicy
gonna
before
get a
the
little
game,
spicy
during
here.
the game, after the game. But at
Yeah,
the end of the
those are
day,
the-
everybody Everybody took a fucking shotgun together at the end of the game. We all had a fucking good time.
Oh, yeah. No, those
Let
are
me
the
tell
best
you,
games.
I for one am proud.
Oh my god, me fucking too.
This game was
Thank you, Steven.
this game was so much fun. I was a little worried as, like I said, I had just played. What's up, fellas? I was a little worried. A lot of people on my team haven't touched a kickball field in probably a year. Me and Elia just played with them, so I knew a little bit about the rollers going into it internally. I will say this. They remind me of my team like 4 or 5 years ago. They're really young. They're fast. Malloy's a terrific coach.
Hungry.
So I pride myself in being the first ones at the field. I just kind of have like 15 minutes to myself. I listen to my music. I lock in. I write my lineup. These guys the whole team was there at 3:30.
Yeah.
Doing stretches, running the field, doing bunt drills. Brother, my co-captain wasn't there till 4:45.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous, especially with the Steven drama going on. But I will also say this. If there was one player that was ever destined to be a honey badger, it was Steven Najira. Welcome to the team.
Najira? Nahara.
Man, what the fuck ever. I don't care.
What the hell?
He's a honey badger now. I brought him to the league from City League. I put him with Sean at Poshwash to learn. Started from the bottom. Now you're here. Cougar, is that?
So what you're saying is you've been
can't believe you said
grooming him this
Nashra.
entire
What is
time.
wrong with
Yes.
you?
I'm hearing that
it's like jalapeno, right?
Kin Dog, the booty hog, is a groomer.
I don't know if we should air that.
Wait.
I'll drink to that.
came out wrong.
Let's not air that. Can we edit that out?
No, I mean, Steven is a really,
Dude, so
really
he also
great
showed up on a
talent.
week, and this is not why I picked him up at all. I was missing Lucas Werner, my center fielder,
Yeah.
who, bar none, if you've ever seen Lucas play, is like one of the most talented center fielders in the league. He's diving.
Dude's a dog.
Also shirtless. I don't know why I get all these shirtless men on my team.
It couldn't be
Yeah,
the grooming.
with sweatpants.
Oh, my God,
Steven came
Sean.
out. I said, brother, you're starting this game. I have really high expectations. Just do your thing. He was locked in. If you watch the replay, it was a fun game. We made some mistakes. We definitely got to clean up. But overall, I'm really happy with how it went. And we got
Did you
a tough
get,
schedule, but it's going to be fun.
Got some comments?
I
here,
got
Coop?
a summary from Jeffrey Moore from
boy.
Rick Rollers.
Here we go.
Shout out to the Badgers because they looked fast and sound on defense.
Oh, 'cause somebody said that we're getting old and slow.
Who said that?
Someone.
I didn't say it.
A hottest free agent in KVK.
I didn't say it.
Someone fucking said it. Anyways, I
What are
told,
you talking
I told
about?
my team that someone said it, and it worked. So.
Yeah.
Drop names. Are you making shit up
He
there,
said
Kenneth?
Jeff
I'm
Moore
not a
said
shit
it.
stirrer, okay?
He said it
I'm a-
last
I think you're
week
making
on the
shit up
podcast.
just
I'm
to
a shit
motivate.
starter, not a shit stirrer.
I think you just made that up just to rile up your team. Moving on. Let me go back to what they said. Okay. What Jeffrey said from Rick Rollers. We had some mistakes to clean up on defense. Rollers' offense was clicking, but we still missed some additional scoring opportunities. Great offensive game for both teams. Shout out to the Badgers. Love those guys, quote unquote. Jeffrey Moore from Rick
Love
Rollers.
Jeff. Love Jeff. They did, if you watched, first inning was a little rough for them. Honestly, what this game came down to was I think my team's a little more experienced. The core of my team, from the Rats, me, Zach, Lucas, Eric, Aaron, we've all played together for 6+ years. We've all grew up together. That chemistry really helps us in a lot of times. It also makes us yell at each other a lot.
Well, also, Rick Rollers, they lost a couple key ladies who went over the Sacred Sword.
Have you seen their new ladies, though?
No, I don't know. I haven't seen them.
Well, they added Heather,
Yeah.
who's terrific.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
added
formerly Young Spine, too.
Alicia, second baseman. Holy shit, this chick has one of the best legs in the league, I think. She is
Leg talent.
insane.
by
Leg
the way.
talent. Yeah, shut up, Cougar.
We don't want to make
Always
sure.
correcting me.
It could be misconstrued a bad way there, Kenneth.
Okay.
The
Well, she
last
knows
thing
right, man.
I will say is also a testament to what I think you guys are going to do this year. I'm going to give the board and myself partial credit as iron is forged in fire.
Indeed,
And last
indeed.
year, your schedule was brutal.
Yeah, thanks for running them back. I appreciate it.
And it's continued to take a team that, bulletin board material, made up real or not, that, people could say are aging, have been in the league a long time. It's why you're still Dark Horse Cup, but perennial Twain contenders.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys on the field this year, what you do, because you're always fun to watch.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We try to put on a show.
Always.
And, I think it's going to be a fun year.
YSC 5 at 7 p.m., the Toe Pokes 11, Free State 4.
In case you didn't know who Toe Pokes are, they are the used to be Young Spine.
Yes, yep, yeah. We'll go with that. FKA Young Spine 11, Free State 4.
Any notes on this game? I got a summary from Aaron, the captain of Toe Pokes.
Let's start there.
Start there.
I watched the video on this game. It was great.
Yeah. So here's what the captain, Aaron Cones from Toe Pokes, said. Quote, great game for both teams to start the season off with. Always like playing against Growlers. They have a solid squad year to year. No snoozing on them. We started slowly offensively in first inning, then trickled runs for the rest of the game. We left a lot on the bag this game, but it's week 1. Free State had good defensive adjustments, which made it harder to get bunts off on them. They did find good gaps on us, but weren't able to turn them into runs. That's never happened in KVK before. Was a fun game. I hope their injured player bounces back soon. Do you know what the injured player was? Any notes?
I thought it said Jeremy on the note.
Yeah, Jeremy was injured in the bottom
Jeremy
of the 6th.
injured bottom 6.
Get well soon, Jeremy. Week 1 injury.
I'll say, like,
that's
from,
rough.
from the video watching Toe Pokes, I expected them to be good because, as you said, we were talking about team acquisitions, them getting Isaac. I mean, those are obviously really big.
Massive.
I think Isaac could join a bottom team and make
make
their
them
ranking 15 plus.
I was going to say immediately.
There's
Well,
like-
and Young Spine was not a bottom team either.
No.
No, not at all.
I know
I'm not
that's
saying
not
that
what
at
you were
all.
saying,
I'm
but
not
I'm
saying
saying
that at all.
he is
Young
a person
Spine
who
was
can
fighting
add
to
such
finish
a
in the top 10.
like.
I mean,
Yeah.
they
And-
lost in
Yeah.
the semifinals of the Twain.
We had a walk off against them. They played us really
Yeah.
good. Isaac's also like coaching experience, 365 experience, brings so much to that team that's going to elevate them. This team is only going to get better as the year goes along.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I personally, I mean, obviously, I am in the opposite of the top 10 on my team, but I don't want to see him. I absolutely don't want to see that team. Like,
Okay, so we're going to do a fun thing that
love
I
fun
haven't
things.
done before here.
Okay.
All right.
oh, brand new.
I like
So
having fun.
this is
I like
a
to party.
still photograph, okay? In the bottom of the first inning,
Oh no.
the Toe Pokes
Too.
are in the field,
Okay.
and Free State is kicking. Now, I just want you to look at this photo and tell me what the call is. Oh, man, that's big.
That's safe, brother.
I mean, I personally.
No, he's not safe. He's out by like 2.
He's out.
If you watch the
So,
video,
Ruger, do you
if
see
you
what
watch
the ball is?
You see where the ball is.
the next play,
That's the
so
runner.
Yeah.
That's the fielder.
That's
so
the
you're
bag.
saying
Oh my God! It's the other way around. Sorry, I thought the
Okay.
bag was further back.
No,
if you
he's-
watch the
okay.
video,
Oh my
he's
God!
on
They
first in
called
the
him
next play.
out.
so it's out.
Though he's on
That's
first
fun
in the next
time.
play.
The
so
one
they get it right.
downfall of our videos.
No.
is that-
I know. And that's where the point I was going to make there is that while I am one of the biggest people that harp on the referees, the speed,
No.
speed of the game, especially in our league, is very hard at times.
It's fast.
The refereeing crew
We all make mistakes.
And a lot of the
agreed
time you're getting
wholeheartedly
new referees
on this
who
call.
are doing it for the first time.
And that's why I'm saying week 1, because I know I'll piss and moan down the road, and then you're going to have to quote me on this because I'm the one that said it. It is very hard.
It is.
And they eventually got the call right.
And
so.
and they did get
They-
the call
they
right.
wouldn't talk.
They
Okay.
did. They did
They
get it
did
right.
talk
Because
about
I watched
it.
the
They
video.
did what they're supposed to do.
And that's the thing about it is they came together and they got the call right.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
And
really.
that was part 2 of it, is what I love seeing is week 1, the change, in my opinion, in the refereeing that I observed myself and partook in, is that there was much more conferring, conference on the field with the officials, and not even on like
brother.
some close calls or not. You could see the officials communicating with their third base refs, their first base refs, turning and talking to the scorekeeper. Games were stopped to make sure that these scores were correct, that things were done right. And for as big as a proponent as I have been in the past of pissing and moaning about it, thank you all so much for the effort I saw in week 1.
Yeah,
The
we all know
improvement
people make
is
mistakes, but all we're
crazy.
asking is for your best effort and
Come together and talk
yeah.
about it. If
Yeah.
all else fails, come together and talk about it.
We know people make mistakes. Just try and do your best, and if you miss the call, you miss the call. That happens.
Yes, but if you get together, you all talk about it, you agree, even better. It's just the optics of it. It's easy to say one person, yep, he was out. If 2 or 3 other people saw it differently, you don't even talk about it, that person's getting targeted. I can tell you that from experience. That person will get yelled at, chirped at, whatever, right or wrong for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
The optics of everything soften a lot of blows.
Ghost game was. We did. We did, and that was kind of expected. We had a little bit going on there, and I think I even told you. I said it's going to be spicy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There are intricacies. There are certain people that if you round third and you're scoring and you're flipping off the catcher who is essentially your brother, to you two, that's hilarious. To someone else, they might be emailing the board about how offended they have been or telling a friend about how that's not why they want to play the game. And nobody's wrong. That's kind of the great thing. And that's the thing is, then you have enough experienced people on the field that whether it's a board member, someone who's been around the league for 400 years like Coog, someone who's played for one franchise for 12, 13 years, someone who's played for 6 years. You have experienced people on the field who are able to lead a discussion to where right, wrong, or indifferent, the optics then overtake that.
Yeah, and like you said, it's sometimes only the optics. Like me as a captain, like if they get the call quote unquote wrong, in my opinion, I don't care as long as they've at least come together and talk about it.
Yeah.
And like overall, I just want to say, like, what an incredible week 1 for the league overall.
Yeah.
The vibes were immaculate. Like we're gonna get to it, but I reffed a game that I was honestly a little bit worried about reffing on who I reffed, and it was amazing.
For you guys,
yeah, I know. Like Malga and I talked about it a lot, but like it was a great week 1, and I think that we're at a place as a league where reffing is a little bit more understood than it's ever been, which is really nice. There was a ton of people at the ref clinic this year, and like granted, it helps that it was right after the captain's meeting, and it was 2 hours long. But Derek Davis and Alex Hammond did an amazing job, and so it's just nice to see people in experienced places making good decisions overall. Like you couldn't ask for a better week 1.
Yeah. I'm super proud of you all, Gold Stars. Didn't mean to take that over.
Yes,
but
I did great. Thank you.
Had to talk about how
came a long way, brother.
much
You
the
came a long
reffing,
way.
has improved over the winter.
100%.
Cougar, do you have a recap from anyone?
No,
All right,
no,
we're going to move on.
No.
YSC 6 at 5 p.m. Naughty list, no notes. Rockets 17, the Ball Beavers 13.
That's a banger.
Yeah, was this
wish
this
there
was
Extra innings. This was
so
extra
I was going to
innings,
say
yeah.
this went towards that was an extra
Coop's
innings.
got a good summary though.
summaries.
Four runs in the top of the 10th, I believe. So hit us with that recap, Coop.
So this is from Mr. Sean Wilson, SCAN. Sorry, boo. I know the captain of Rockets. Quote: The defense was a little bit rusty, but offense was humming. Ball Beavers kicked very well and kept it close, and then pulled ahead in the 7th. Before the Rockets were barely able to tie it up in the 9th and hold them. We rode that momentum in an extra inning and were able to cash in an unlucky bunt by Torrey with 2 outs and base load, and that worked. Why do people do?
There's no luck
First of
in
all-
kickball.
First of all, why do you bunt with 2 outs, bases loaded? That's whatever. That's never mind. Moving on.
Hey,
True.
What?
hold on.
Yes.
Never
I'm-
shame the Suicide Squad. Thank you, Chris.
I hate
99% of the
saying,
time it doesn't
I'm
work.
just going to quote someone. I'm speaking respectfully. The level of the teams that are playing, if you're bunting with 2 outs, that could
Bases
be
loaded?
that could be a huge part of actually what you're trying to accomplish in one of these games. I know, speaking from experience
Crazy.
and where we're at now, that's never going to be a part of any discussion. However, Rockets Bald Beavers, bases loaded with 2 outs. If you feel that a bunt and making someone make a play is your best chance at scoring, would you rather do that or go out and kick it up to the fucking center fielder and have an automatic out?
I'd rather do
anyways?
that. I'd rather do that.
I know what the correct answer is. But what I'm saying is, in this type of matchup, it could have been and probably was the correct decision.
Yeah, as somebody who...
I don't think, from the limited notes we've received, it's fair to...
Sure, as somebody who is around that league, like sometimes, or like around that area in the league, sometimes it's just make somebody make a play. Like, not everybody is, in the most respectful way, not everybody is going to be able to make the right play. And at a point in a game, sometimes it's just like, make this person make a play. Like, that's what you have to do sometimes. Yeah. Yeah,
My
if
guess
you
is
got
they
somebody who
did
can
do
bunt it
bunt
right
block,
up
Chris.
one, why
Yeah.
wouldn't you do
My
it?
guess they
Of
do
course,
bunt
this is getting
block.
way
I don't
off
know.
track, but...
I'm going to continue with
Cougar's pissed.
No, I'm not pissed. I'm not pissed. I'm just like
Cougar's not pissed,
flabbergasted.
he is incensed.
Flabbergasted.
I'm
pissed,
flabbergasted,
same
but
thing.
it worked, so yeah, whatever. All right.
He shows many emotions.
That's true. We continued summary from
He's a
Mr.
Pisces.
Wilson. No, I'm a Pisces. That's true. That miracle got us hyped. What?
He's a Pisces.
He's a Pisces?
Yeah.
Pisces. What?
Yeah.
I'm
a fish.
My birthday is March 15th.
I'm a
This is-
fish. That's all I know. It's a
and-
fish.
And this is why me and Cougar
Do
are
you
so
like
much alike.
fish
Splish
sticks?
splash.
Oh, this joke again. Yes, I like putting fish sticks in my
Cougar,
mouth. Ha ha
Cougar,
ha.
Our birthdays are one day apart. We're both very emotional.
There's no South Park, no attraction I'm talking
it
about.
Makes
Exactly.
sense.
Love that episode.
We find now that Sean does not like astrology.
Yeah, that checks out,
Hey,
honestly, knowing what I know about Sean.
On paper, I'm a Scorpio. In identification, I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I love it.
That's not astrological science, sir.
Well, it fucking is in my house.
Let's
Oh my
ask
God.
Corinne. Okay.
Who cares?
That
can
also
tell.
she's a
checks
lion.
out.
Okay.
I can tell. I
There's
love it.
one moon. All right, this isn't fucking Andor.
Oh God.
That's a great series. By
It's
the way.
fantastic. I
Fucking
hear.
That's a great reference. If you're not watching Andor season 2,
What
you're,
are you doing?
I made a
It's
Star
out.
Wars reference earlier in the
So
show.
I had to steal my niece's
Yeah,
Disney
it's like
Plus
3 or 4
login to
seasons,
get on
or
that
3 or
bad
4
boy.
episodes in.
Sleeves?
To be a
no, you
T-Rex.
don't. Fucking short sleeves. You know how little them arms are, baby?
I have tiny arms. I would know. So no. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to the Mr. Wilson's summary. Quote, that miracle got us hyped enough to play one last solid defensive inning to steal a week 1 dub. Great game, Bees, quote unquote. So that was from Mr. Wilson there. Now let me read there from Andres Chavez, the captain of
The Beavers.
the Beavers, formerly a teammate of mine, of my homies in Nova.
Yeah, the good Cougars.
Yeah, good Cougars. We know, haha. Quote, it was a fun, great, close first game that went into overtime. Both teams played well. We were short 5 players, but we recruited some new ones that all played great. New player Eric had a great double play at first. I had some good catches in right field. Anthony had a great slide into home. So there you go. That was from Andrea, the captain of the Ball Beavers.
Shout out Andrea, one of the
Yeah.
nicest captains that you'll definitely
Definitely.
ever meet.
I would not
Love
be
it.
surprised if at some point the kindness cooler makes its way to the Bald Beavers this season.
Sure.
And a big shout out to the Ball Beavers. That was the first team I ever played on. So
Yeah.
It is. You and Aaron. Yeah.
Got to start somewhere, bro.
YSC 6 at 7 p.m. The Goose 21. Late fees 13.
Man.
Hey,
Holy shit.
credit to the referees for showing up for this game.
Who ref this game?
Not late fees. I know. That was a cheap
Yo,
shot.
I ref this game with Mr. Aaron Brooks. This was a terrific game. Like all around, both teams, it was great vibes. Like I couldn't have asked for a better game to ref.
So let me
Like
hit the
week
notes
one,
real
like,
quick
it
and let me get Katie on here.
great.
Ghosts. Logan with a 2-score double in the 4th, followed by a 2-run bunt by Jasmine. Late fees. Free with a nice shot to left to score 2 in the 1st.
were some
Dylan
great
injures leg in the top of the 7th. Get well soon, Dylan.
He said it was his.
Oh,
second,
wait,
his second
hold on.
injury.
There's more to this.
There
though.
is.
Comes back and lays down a beautiful bunt to advance the runner in 1 leg hop to first base. epic.
Brother,
Safe?
he
Literally
one leg
epic.
hopped all the way to one. Me and Aaron stood by each other and just looked at each other like, is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? He fucking made it.
My favorite comment after that was when he went into pitcher, and he's like, "Oh man, you have an ADHD person at pitcher. This is going to take a long time to finish this game."
Probably the
But it was
quickest
the only
inning.
position you could play
Yeah,
'cause
the
he
quickest
couldn't do
inning you
anything.
had, right?
Right,
It's like,
exactly.
no, we're going to get this perfect time one.
No, but honestly, even with the injury, it did not affect our game, so to speak. We got to the 7th inning and we realized we were only up by 1, and we're like, wait a second, we scored a lot of runs. This is kind of weird for us.
There was a
What's
lot of good
happening
kicks
right
in that
now?
game. It was kind of back and forth.
It was a
until
full
that
on,
inning.
again, same conversation we had about your game. It was a full on classic Caw Valley kickball game.
It was a lot
We
of fun.
bunted, we kicked away, we played defense, we had errors, we had great reffing, we had injuries, we had
Comebacks.
It was so we got to the 8th inning and we were still only 1 run up, and we're like, we got to put some runs on here. I actually thought we were the home team for a second there, because in my head I just wasn't paying attention to the day, and we ended up putting 1 run up in the 8th, so we were only up by 2. And in non-classic Ghost style, which might be the new Ghost style with our current situation we have going on this season, we
Are you guys in a
actually
situation
put up
ship?
8 runs or six or 8 runs or something in the 9th
Yeah,
inning.
it was
that
really-
is
really impressive.
very unlike our team. It was
But you're
so
vested in everything you
good
needed to do.
to feel like we had a complete team. Everybody was communicating. Everybody was listening to each other. It was nice to have people listen to their captains and what we were telling them and what we were giving them pointers for, and they were changing as the innings went on. It was a really, really good start to the season for sure. Yeah.
Overall, it was a great showing, Katie. You guys kicked ass, and even from you guys lost some really big players. Like if there was one team that no, I'm saying, but if there was one team that lost the most, maybe key players, like your younger players, it was you guys.
We lost 4 positions that we had. I mean, we had the same team last year as we did when we played and won in the Diana Plate the year before. So there was no reason why we couldn't have won the season after. Due to some circumstances of the way that people's mentalities were, it was just a different season last year. And our entire team that's back this year, we have 1 new player this year. We have 1 player that was new last year, and everybody else on the team has been on the team for 5 plus, if not
Your
16 or
chemistry was
17
terrific.
years now.
Your chemistry was awesome. Your dugout was vibing. The music was great. Everybody had so much fun.
We're planning
it
on
was
bringing
fun
back
to
a
watch.
couple of retirees that have moved back into town here
Hell
soon,
yeah.
so catch that here. So we might be the new, retiree team that's over 30. So
Hey, I'm excited to watch. I'm
thank you,
excited to
Katie.
watch
And
how it works out.
I don't want to skip over it. I did get a very thorough and detailed review from Brian of the Ghosts. He said, Ghost won with fundamentals.
Okay. Yeah.
So, congratulations on the week 1 win to
Yep,
the
yep.
Ghosts.
Yep.
YSC 7 at 5 p.m. Empire 13. The Gators with a Y 8. John scratched in the bottom of the 8th. More notes, referees.
Yeah. So I got a summary from Brant.
I'm over here
what?
polishing knobs on the reffing, and the scorekeepers are the ones that are letting me down.
Yeah. I got,
Knobs unpolished, scorekeepers.
yeah, shame on you all. I got a summary from Brant from Empire. By the way, shout out to him to contributing for the funds for this new control.
I
sound
tried to
control
get
board.
Brant here tonight. He is actually at a elementary school band concert. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, clarinets.
Here's to another fantastic year
Yeah.
of teaching for Brant.
Yes.
And I just sat through a band concert for middle school, knowing that his is of equal
Yep.
area. Good luck and God, my friend.
Go clarinets. Player.
What?
What? I played clarinet.
Orchestra, baby.
Orchestra? Oh, okay.
yeah.
Never mind.
Strings.
Strings? Okay.
People
never mind.
with minds.
Mines? No, not me. No. This is a summary from Brant from Empire. Quote, Gators, he made sure he put Y in Gators.
Yeah, that's their name.
Yeah, I know.
fucking put some respect on. We're updating the website, by the way.
Okay.
Our commish, not
Okay.
Michael Chiklis, the original commish,
Chiklis, yeah,
Liz
yeah.
Carr is making sure that the
Okay.
website
All right, all right.
correctly reflects their
Okay.
chosen is a name. Yeah, pronoun.
Pronoun.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Or just team name.
Capital
Okay.
Y, brothers
Capital-
and
okay.
sisters, and anybody.
Right. So Gators are much improved from last year. John could score against virtually every defense in the league. Dude's got insane wheels. Empire only played 5 males on defense for basically the entire
Yeah,
game.
they played 5 and 5.
Yeah, and our ladies carried us big time this week. Shout out
that's impressive.
Sydney and Amy on their stellar rookie debuts for us. Can't fucking wait to see how we match up against Growlers next week. We'll get to that later. So
Ooh, 3 call-outs.
that's 3
I'm
call
counting
outs.
it.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
put it on the board.
Yeah, I
that
know, I
counts.
know, yeah, that's
You
3
don't get to
call-outs,
mention
yeah.
another team and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
not be a call-out.
Yeah, so that's the only list summary I got there. So yeah.
Well, yeah, good to see that the Gators are back and improved. I can only take with that by saying that the Gators have improved, it means that Sean Donnelly must not have played.
Well, he was on NASCAR.
I'm kidding.
He was on
He
NASCAR
was
race
at NASCAR.
with his
I'm
mother.
telling you tonight,
With his
low-hanging
mother.
fruits. I'm grabbing them.
Oh, jeez. Any way to make fun of the wrong spelling Sean. Another shot.
Yeah,
Shocking.
Hey, it was just a cheap shot. I
I
had to
know.
sneak one in there.
You're mean.
You know, like extra or the proper amount of letters.
Oh, jeez.
YSC 7 at 7 p.m. The Harpies 4, KBC Tropics 12. Notes on this from Kevin. Harpies, obstruction at first. Brittany safe in the 8th. Awesome snag at first right after. Andre ground rule triple in the 8th. Or in the 9th, sorry. I know we have Mr. Pendry is here, so we're going to get some comments. Cougar?
That's Ryan.
You know what?
Ryan Pendry. Why?
Yeah, well, I'm Mr. Pendry.
There's also Matthew Pendry.
Matthew Pendry doesn't ever attend the podcast.
That's
and
not
it's-
true. He
it's-
attends.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Matt, get your ass here.
This is the younger Mr. Pendry.
Yes,
That's Ryan. I'll let him speak about
well,
it.
the youth of the family knows where the bread's buttered, and he attends all the podcasts. So
I don't know.
Here's the captain
I'm
of the
telling
future,
you,
Brian.
your parents and me will say they don't have a favorite, but for all three of us, we all know where our bread's buttered, and it's right here.
It's RP, baby. It's RP.
RP in the house. Ryan,
Shout out to
Go on,
Henry-
Ryan.
Henry parents.
You guys were both there, so
Yeah,
I feel like
Mr.
you
and
guys
Mrs.
both
Pendry,
could
I'll
agree
give
on
my
just fine.
input
Henry
on
parents
this.
might be top parents of the league. Like,
I would say so. But
They,
Indeed. Yeah.
They poured me. They poured me a shot like a little bird.
Yeah, they're certainly on Mount Rushmore
Love it.
of parents
Yeah.
in the league.
it's very cool.
Love you, John,
Yeah.
Lindsay, Pendry. Love you guys.
On my phone,
Go
I'll
ahead.
show you the picture of my dad. It was awesome. But
The legend.
yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to Mama
I mean, it was
Pendry.
a great game. Like all the hard work paid off, and you know, people like to sit there and be like, "Oh, Tropics practice their ass off 2 times a week." It's like, yeah, we do. So we
Pays
come
off.
out and
Pays
win
off.
games, you know, and be ready for week 1. Matt being back was incredible. I mean, he played his ass off.
I bet there was no one more ready to be on the field that day.
No.
Matt probably woke up, ate his Wheaties, and was ready to fucking ball.
Yeah.
I already know him.
Exactly.
I know he was so ready to play, man.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, he had a
That's
blast.
awesome.
He had a
Happy to
blast.
see him back, non-injured.
I said it earlier, and I will double down on it. The throws that I saw all game from Matt were on par of a top 5 positional third baseman. The second throw, and this is where I'm going out on the limb a little further, the second throw that I saw from Matt, and I know that this game was recorded, you can go check my fucking work. Peak Lou. You could hear the whistle. He scooped it off the ground. When the ball came out of his hands, he was doing his best Darren O'Day impression. 6 inches off the ground, scraping knuckles, dragging index fingers. And this ball couldn't have been more fucking perfect to first. So welcome back to the eldest of
Hell
the
yeah.
Pendrys.
It's awesome to see a player come back from an injury. And
Yeah,
sometimes you
and
can
that's
see them maybe
what
like be a
is
little
very,
slowed down.
very
This
exciting.
man was,
Matthew.
from what I hear, I
Thi-
wasn't
this
there,
is a team.
was playing with a
he undoubtedly came back better.
I had said it
That's
about
awesome.
Kenny.
That's what it's all about.
I will mirror, to a different extent, the same sentiment that Iron's forged in fire, and you guys had a very tough schedule last year. Your record was not indicative of whatever other teams were named, whatever the preseason expectations were. You had so many obstacles during the year that you had to face and overcame even in the moments that this year, with the additions you guys have,
Dude,
I
that
fully
team is
expect
crazy
you
now.
at
Crazy
this
now.
point to be, from what I saw, the current odds-on Twain favorites.
Okay.
I told Cougar this too when you were talking about last year. Is like no matter what, last year was always going to play out exactly as it did, and it made me better as a captain, and it made our team incredibly stronger. I've never had a better triangle. I've never felt more confident. Well, the Chenals are hard to beat in the outfield, but I had a fantastic outfield out there with me the whole game. We got Aiden from Young Spine, Tyler, Maddie, Kylie, Junior, Colton, Katie Marcus.
Great.
I mean, the Tropics are here.
Them
And
some dogs.
yeah, we heard the talk all offseason, and rightfully so. We should have gotten clowned all offseason as we did, and we made sure to come back stronger than ever. So
Use that shit. Come back. Use
Very
that shit
impressive.
this year. Put it on the field. I sent my boy Dustin from my team to go watch your game because I really wanted to watch that game. And Dustin came back and he said, "Hey bud," and I do a pretty good Dustin impersonation. He said, "Hey bud, Tropics looking pretty fucking good."
Yeah,
No, they're looking real good.
real good. I did have the pleasure of reffing this game, and you know what to expect with the Harpies. I think coming into this season, I knew personally from knowing the team, the players, the sponsor and owner of the team, I knew what I had personally expected, and I think what the Tropics did week one exceeded not only my lofty expectations, but probably the expectations of almost the entire league. Not surprising. I think we could go back and look. I picked them to win this game. Said we don't have to pick it. It's not a pick 'em, but I'm going Tropics all day.
Yeah.
But the way they did it, it wasn't out of hand, but it never felt like a close game after the third. The Tropics, third or fourth inning. I want to say it was the third is when Matt made that throw, and it was just like, oh man, this ain't anything that you would have seen last year, week 6 on, 5 on, 4 on, whatever. So the Tropics are going to be something really, really fun to watch and an interesting team to keep tabs on the rest of the year.
You mentioned that, like what Ryan said, that what happened last season made us a better team. You're like, well, you went 2-8. How did it make a better team? Basically, we had to retool and such a reload when you played. And he just mentioned all those new players. He just mentioned, and it's easy to say that all these new talented players, that's all going to fall into place. That's not always true because the first game you don't know, especially against a team like Harpies, who had a lot of good players. Especially Sam and Emery just got picked up by the Harpies, but it meshed together beautifully. And the Tropics only allowed Harpies to score all their runs, 4 of them, in the 4th inning.
Well,
that was it.
A lot of new players too comes in for them. Like I said, when teams get new players, they're trying to figure out where does everyone fit. And I talked to Elliot about this. I talked to Max about this. And they're still trying to figure out what's going to work for them. They're also missing Grant.
Yeah, he's in Minnesota for a little while. Yeah,
and Grant,
Max is injured. Max is injured.
Grant for that team is huge. That
It
to
is.
me is when I think of Harpies, I think of Grant. So when Grant comes back, he can light some fire into them. And
Luke played.
Oh yeah,
Luke gone? Or he was there?
No, Luke played. Luke played.
So no,
Luke played.
I was asked what were the thoughts on the first base play for both teams was
Good.
Outstanding.
Yep.
I think there were maybe 2 total errors at first base between the two of them, and
In a high intensity game like that, you're probably going to see a lot of bunts, a lot of
and
close
for
plays.
starting, I think was it his first start at first for you guys?
What's that? Injury replacement last
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
So I
we
mean,
got to
like
learn a little bit last year.
permanent placement then, but yeah, great
Yeah.
first base.
By the way, my favorite play of that game was something that seems fundamental. It was kicked to Drennan at first. He had to come off like 6 feet off the bag, takes it, flips it to Tyler over here to covering the bag, got first base, right in his breadbasket, and covered first base. And I've been asking for this play, and Ryan knows this, Matthew knows this, for 3 years, now going 4 years, asking for this first baseman dealing the ball, flipping at the pitcher to cover the bag. And I know it seems fundamental, but that's hard to do, even if you're not the most baseball versed.
You think you can do it?
And
Gosh, no.
And in much more less eloquent and cruder terms, it was awesome hearing Tyler just let him know immediately. He's like, "I got you, baby." What'd you expect? Like, what'd you think was going to happen?
Yep.
Like,
Tyler is one of my other favorite pickups because not only is Tyler a phenomenal player, Tyler, I know you're over there. Listen,
he's a great teammate.
Not only is Tyler a phenomenal player, phenomenal teammate, he's there. I played some Friday ball with him, made some bad plays, get my head down. He's there to pick you up, and those are
he's a motivator.
You need on your team, man. Those are people you need on your team. All the additions on the Tropics, I think, are going to be great. I think you guys are going to have an awesome season, and I think the Harpies will bounce back.
They'll bounce back. They're only going to get better. And like I said, when you have new additions, everyone's finding their role.
100%.
But Sam and Emberly kicking 1 and 3, what team wouldn't take that almost immediately?
Yeah.
So these Harpies they're gonna get right. They're gonna figure it out.
And quote me on this: when Grant comes back, they will have their best game. When Grant comes back, they will have.
They'll have their
game.
starting third baseman back.
Yes.
YSC 8 at 5 p.m. WOG 15, Sacred Sword 16. Notes: Meditha and Kevin injury scratches.
There are a lot of injuries in this game. Three scratches.
2. Yeah. Both Meditha and Kevin. Love them both. They're doing good. So
Bryson sucks. Washi said Bryson sucks.
Washi said it. Not true.
Washi, come talk about your game.
He said it.
Andrew did not say
Get up
that.
here.
Andrew did not say
No one
Bryson
believes
sucks.
Cougar. No one believes him.
Kenneth, shut up. Andrew did not say that.
Wait, Jess or Jessica?
Here's Andrew from Sacred Sword.
Bryce is listening to this in his lavender bubble bath right now.
A bubble bath, not a bubble bath.
What? Oh shit! Hell
The tickets
dude.
for the OKC game were only like $91, y'all.
If there's not a cucumber mask involved,
No, it's the best series.
win.
It's the best series
We're
out of
gonna
them
win.
all, though, right?
Okay,
Everything. I
moving
mean,
on.
yeah, but like
Sean.
95 bucks. I
them
almost went down.
Celtics?
Moving on. Stop. I'm putting a stop to this. Here's Andrew from Sacred Sword. Hi, Andrew. No. We're stopping this. Andrew, hi, from Sacred Sword. Hi. So,
Fuck Boston.
Kenneth, stop.
You
Andrew,
want me to give like a summary, or
you can, sure. You were there.
yeah? Interesting game.
Close to you. Right here.
WOG went up 9-1 in the second or third inning, and then we just rallied back. Some teams will just lay down and die, but we rallied back 15 runs in like 3 innings, and WOG did end up, it was like 15-16 to end the game, but it was like a 2-run game in the ninth, and they had me nervous. I thought they would come back and win it, so yeah, it was a good game. It was exciting. So,
Dude, it was fun to watch, and like you noted, like a lot of teams would lay down. One thing I noticed when I watched you guys, you didn't lay down. You kept your heads up and you kept playing, and that's what it's all about. And I think that's what separates you from some other teams around your rank. You get down, you put your head down. You can have one bad inning, and that can be it in KVKL. And you guys played really good, man. Really good.
yeah, Sacred Sword, like we have a complete new defense. Like we have a brand new third baseman. He actually did really well for his first game.
And
That was
he's
great.
he's gonna be
his first game,
good.
and
No, he's gonna be really good, y'all.
He's got a rocket. He's got a rocket.
We'll get to that later, Brad.
Bunt on me? Yeah, bunt on me.
Oh,
I'll
a
catch
team's
it
gonna
here.
bunt
Oh,
another
geez.
team?
Well,
No way.
Andrew, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later,
team's gonna
guys.
bunt?
Guys, we'll get to that later.
But
Go on.
So, like, I played in outfield last year. Like, we switched up our whole defensive scheme. Like,
I felt like I noticed that from I repped your guys' game in the Twain last year, and I could tell it was a totally new defense.
yeah.
And going down 9-1, I was like, "Oh shit, this might not work." And then you guys figured it out and made it work.
Yeah, so we've never done it before, so it took a little bit for us to get readjusted to it. Like our outfield's brand new, infield's whole new. Like I came in from the outfield to catch now, and then we moved our third baseman to short and have a new third, and I think we have a lot more potential than we originally did. I think it'll work out for us.
Yeah, starting a new triangle can be tough that first week as well. I
It's
know
a
my
giant
brother's
risk.
played catcher, and I know his first season he didn't have a great time the first week playing catcher, but he learned and he got a lot better. So
Yeah, and like
No one ever wants to.
yeah, I don't think anybody
No,
ever has said, "Hey, I want to go play catcher."
I wanted
but-
to. I wanted
well,
to.
No,
fucking
good for
watch
you.
you
Good for you wanting to. And I saw you adjust and play really well. I score kept this game, and literally it was 2 innings. They had, I believe it was the 4th inning they scored 7, and it was the 6th inning that they scored 8. And that's
Wow.
what, and oh my God, it was incredible to just see that switch flip for them defensively, because they just
flipping in his bubble bath.
the amount of time. All right, I love Bryce. I love Bryson, but the amount of times that he came up to me asking me where they were in their lineup so he could adjust his defensive lineup, which I love that about Bryson. He's a great coach, but it was cracking me up. He was asking me after every inning. But
If you watched Phil, Bryson fucking played great.
No, he did.
Bryson killed it. He played
He
really
played
great. And the more I watch Bryson as a coach, he doesn't he used to blow up a lot. And not saying it's bad because I blow up a lot too, But he was really good this game. He was really good, and I think it was just a couple little things, and I think Wog's going to be fucking awesome.
I gotta say, Andrew's I don't know how many years this core of players have played. I feel it's your 3rd year in the league. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is our
Third year, yeah. So I know all you kids are still kids to me because I feel like you guys are 18. I know you're not, but it's
kids to
is this
Cougar,
huge
he's
for a
80.
team like you guys? No. They're just young. It's for you. No, for you guys, as a young,
I thought that was me.
More veteran, but you're still a very young core. To come up down 9-1 to a team like WOG, to make this big comeback, is huge. Especially now that the great seasons have the past 2 seasons. That's a target on your guys' back. You're not sneaking up at anyone no more. You're not.
Yeah,
and so this is
a
huge.
solid young
This
squad
could be
last
absolutely
year, and they're
huge for
making
you
the
folks
improvements.
Dude.
over your Sacred Store for you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, this is huge. Absolutely. So.
Yeah, I'm excited for what the season has.
You should.
You guys are going to have a great
That's what-
season. And, Sean, do you think for you guys, was it more just week 1, shaking the dust off, or what do you think was what do you think it was in the game that kind of separated you from them?
So I have quite a few thoughts on the game all around. Solid squad.
Luckily we run the
well,
podcast.
yeah.
We can-
So starting with the kids thing, I just want to put it out there. I only call half the league kids because I have kids that are almost their age. It's
Right,
no disrespect. My knees are much different than yours.
you got a right knee as old as watching right here.
What echoing some of the sentiments from earlier, a lot of teams would lay down. We were up 9-1. Corinne wasn't able to be there. My youngest stepchild had his last soccer game of the year. And so they were
Priorities, brother.
Yeah, yes,
Priorities.
definitely. So they were out there. We were up 9-1, and normally I would text her, "Hey, this is the update on the game." At that point, I didn't even want to put anything in writing
Yeah.
in case what could happen.
Right.
I knew, and like I said last week, this is the matchup we wanted last year. This is the matchup we got this year. In my opinion, in the team's opinion, Bryson's probably as well, we were playing a top 10 team this week.
Yeah. 100%. I had
without
Sword.
question.
I think I had Sword at my 10 in my
the talent that they have and the team that they're putting on the field every year getting better, every game getting better. I love this team. Like I said last week, I wouldn't give a shit if they came out and laid down in the field. Down 9-1, up 16-9, doesn't matter. Like, I wouldn't have been mad. I would have been like, I asked for this. This is fucking awesome. This is a team that was down nearly double digits and came back and at that point kicked our fucking teeth in, reminded us and everyone else who they were, what they are.
They stuck to a game plan.
And they carried out what they wanted to do, and they won the game. There are no silver linings in anything.
Another thing about your team, like, you guys, in the close games that you lose, like, you're always right there. You guys are always right there.
We're right there. No excuses. The team we put on the field is the team we're going to have this year. We didn't have a couple of our starters that we would have the rest of the year. No excuses.
Yeah.
We lost by 1 to a top 10 team. There's no such silver linings, but if you could take one from this game, knowing when we were up, how we responded after giving up 15 runs and essentially 2 innings worth of outs, the script flipped.
Yeah.
A lot of teams would roll over and die.
For sure.
We lost by 1 with runners at second and third.
You did.
With one out.
Yeah.
You had 2 different times in that game after they kicked your teeth in to
I feel
get the game winning run back.
We were not the same team in the 9th that we were in the 1st. And that's what anybody could hope and pray for all year long, especially as the year progresses. No silver linings. I'm not happy with the outcome. I'm not happy with how I feel I personally played, with some of the plays that collectively both teams made. I think either team could have won. My opinion means shit. All that matters is that on the scorecard, we lost. Was I happy with the result? No.
Bounce back, baby. Bounce back.
It's one of those week 1. We know who we thought we are. We know who we are. And what's exciting for me is we know who we're going to be. And it's going to be really awesome to see what Sacred Swords week 10, week 11,
100%.
week 12, because they're going to be playing week 12, week 13, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be playing Championship Sunday somewhere. So,
hey, Board, if you could give me a marquee, I don't know if you're listening here. If you could give me
we
a
got
marquee,
another week 1 call out.
Please don't give me Johnny's. Give me anyone but Johnny. Give me anyone.
Well, that's
but
everyone in
Johnny,
the league. To
please.
be honest, that's everyone in the
Please,
league. I don't want Johnny's as well.
Thank you. I'll be nice all year. I swear.
Maybe Sacred Sword wants Johnny's. I don't know.
At this point, I think Jazz House is going to get Johnny's. Top 5.
No, Andrew's like, no, I don't want Johnny's. Well, to be fair, he said that too.
If Jazz House goes 9-0, do they get? Which I mean, they won't because they play
and
us.
the Badgers.
Probably the Badgers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Please, you gave me Post House
I
last
don't
year.
know. Yeah, whatever. Go ahead, Andrew.
Last comments, yeah. I think WOG will be a very good team by end of the season. I think they're going to put it together, especially with Bryson. Like,
Good coach, man. Good
I'd
coach.
say, yeah, that was like going into the game. I was like, I know this dude's going to game plan for us, have a whole plan.
Yeah.
Every time I came up to kick, he'd run out to the outfield, so they had 4 outfielders, man.
Can we
Like,
say
yeah.
Bryson might be like the only positionist player? I saw Bryson play at least 9 positions on Sunday. Dude.
Hey,
So-
people talk about Bryson. Bryson knows ball.
Yeah.
We'll say
He
that.
does no ball. That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying. Like,
hey.
wow. Jessica
and-
says,
and I am,
Bryson,
like-
relax.
Hey, there's like 4 minutes of what I got to say about my team because I really don't like talking about my team anymore. It's
Sugar
just,
sure does.
you know. But yeah, Bryson, we had a game plan. We had multiple game plans for multiple players. We've had some really good learning experiences in the game, and we got a lot of video feedback from our coach. And it's really exciting knowing that we know what we need to work on. We're going to hone in on that. And I think, you know, last year was last year. We've got some really lofty expectations for our team this year. And I really wouldn't be surprised if we see this game again later in the year. and I'd be
That'd
just
be fun.
as excited for
I
it
would love to
because
see that.
It
I would
was
love to see
fucking awesome playing these guys. Guys and gals and everyone, not kids.
What? Never mind.
I just hope
was
Sword
gonna say
can make
something
it past the second game of the tourney. Go to compete for a cup. No disrespect to any of the top 10 teams, but I think we can do it.
You have the potential, Andrew. You have the potential. The P word, potential. You do. You do, team. All right.
YSC 8 at 7 p.m. The Woost 17. First Responders 7.
Steven, give me a beer.
Notes on this Woost.
I can't see. It's dark.
Here, I'm going to get your light bulb. Sorry.
Here's Chris Robinson with First Responders.
Dan, ground rule triple in the fourth
Yeah,
inning.
hey, my name is Baxter. I'm the team captain for First Responders. Just first off, thanks for letting us in the league.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Yeah.
We're glad to have you.
Everyone's been very welcoming. Everyone that we've seen just come up and be like, hey, you're the new team. Talk to them a bit, and it's been a good atmosphere. So, talking about our game a little bit. Talk about our team a little bit more because we had some questions.
No one knows anything about you. We were talking about this last week.
Yeah.
No one knows anything. You think that's a good thing?
It could be. It could be. Yeah.
They're like the transfer the
teams,
new kid with
usually new
with a
teams are made up
mustache and a
of a lot
and
of
a
old players from
Camaro.
other teams.
Right.
Just like,
It's like you
ooh,
don't
they're
know
kind of
what you're gonna
sexy.
get.
What's
Yeah,
going
so
on
we've had
over
a
there?
couple of our guys play summer league in the past for other teams, and then we got a lot of new players played fall ball with us. So we're just building our team this year. But a lot of us are local Douglas County firefighters, first responders, and then our immediate family.
Hey. Who I said deserves the 20% discount, by the way. Boom.
But we're just happy to have a day that we can just get together and hang out and not have to worry about that stuff. So that's just a little bit about
You're in the
us,
right
but-
place.
Yeah, definitely. But like I said, my name is Baxter. Kevin's our other co-captain. So if you guys have any things,
Not Chris Robinson.
Not
I am
Chris.
not a captain.
He's just another guy.
Listen, that is a very cutthroat position, I've learned. I'm not a captain.
It's not for the weak, brother. It's not for the weak.
yeah, but get a hold of any of our players if you have anything, and they'll get a hold of one of us.
I see Avery. How's it going, Avery?
Drink
shift.
Shift is actually pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
tastes like knockoff shitty Four Loko, but that's just
Yeah.
me. But drink shift.
Yeah.
Jesus
But
Christ.
Just my opinion. Just a guy that's drank a lot of Four Locos back in the day.
Yeah. When they were good. It was worth your $4. That was for fucking
definitely.
sure. You only needed to
Hey,
spend $10 for
about
2
two
days.
of them, and I was throwing up in my
Yeah.
neighbor's yard,
No
brother.
Exactly. But moving on to our game a little bit, we started out a little rough. We had some fielding errors, some great kicking from Woost. But just being a brand new team in the summer league, we have to get our games in to get in our groove. We'll get there. We thought it was going to be an early game early on. We thought we could get run ruled, but we held it together. Managed to stick around for the whole game. So we're pretty happy with that. And it seems like towards the end, people were understanding what was going on as the game was going on. But going into it, knowing Jeff and Woos, we were just super happy that was our first game. Made the stress level go down. We knew it was going to be fun and respectful, which is exactly what it was. So it was a good game all around.
It's awesome to hear.
touching on a couple things that he said. We definitely had our backs against the wall, which I think is actually really good for our team to get exposed to that really quickly. I know we were fighting to avoid a run rule there for a while. It took us a little while for everybody to kind of settle in and figure out their kicks and what they needed to do and where they needed to place it. And unfortunately, it took till the 6th or 7th inning for us to figure that out. But everybody kind of rallied together, figured that out, and started making some kicks and putting some stuff together. And it was really awesome. I mean, Woost played fantastic. They kicked us in the mouth in the first inning, exactly like they needed to. I don't know if you guys
That's what a
kicked
good veteran
around.
team's going to do.
I don't know if you guys kicked around. I think it was close.
Yeah,
It was really
and
close.
That's incredibly hard to bounce back from,
Yeah.
especially in the first inning.
Yeah. And then I think after that first inning, we had quite a few innings where I think we kind of shut you guys out. We kind of composed ourselves and played some better defense. I mean, I'm playing a a position that I haven't played in KVKL yet. I've played first base a little bit in fall ball, but it's just not the same animal, especially with one bunt in fall ball. Excuse me. But I definitely made some mistakes. I've got some stuff to learn as well, and just as a fresh team, and like Baxter said, with all these fresh faces to KVKL, I think we'll figure it out. And yeah, it was a great game. I couldn't have been more excited about having Woost as a first team. So Jeff and all of them, that between the welcome gift and
thanks
and
for making that box of goodies for us. That was awesome.
Shout out to Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie has some of the best
Jackie
cookies
is actually the goat. She's the goat.
I got one of those chocolate chip ones. Holy crap!
Dude.
Yeah, so
thanks
we
again.
weren't paying
She also makes her own
attention,
hot
and we were
sauce. She
trying to
makes all kinds of
accidentally
shit.
ref your game.
Gosh, she makes
She
everything.
gave them to the refs,
Dude.
and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I had got a
gives me
cookie,
so
and then
much
they were
good
like, "You're on the
shit.
wrong
Dude, she's
field."
awesome.
I'm like, "Oh, this is my job to know this."
It is your
But
job.
maybe I was just there for the cookie.
I think you.
It's okay. And if
It
you
worked
That's
out for
okay.
me,
For sure.
Hey, we can talk about IOUs later, Sean.
as long as they're not
IOUs or
IFUs.
IFUs.
Yeah. Hey, clean as a whistle. Oh my gosh, I just came from Eagle Auto Wash. Yeah, Topekans now. Ugh, yeah.
Wow. And I'll make this quick because I know that we're certainly dragging along. But
We're hitting our peak listeners, so
fiance's
we're
gonna-
getting
it's
better.
right about now. Perfect.
knew-
I've got
they
about
knew you
20
were
minutes of
coming.
material on this game, guys.
Yeah!
I'm just kidding.
Drag it out, baby.
I do want to say shout out first of all to the first responders. Like they said, they're not necessarily they're a new franchise, but they do have players that have played kickball for a while,
Which
played
is super
kickball
exciting.
together,
New
which
franchise.
is it is. Yeah, you always love it when a new franchise comes in. For the past 3 seasons now, which 2 seasons ago it wasn't a new franchise, but it was a new team in Sacred
Yeah.
Sword that we played week 1.
Yep.
And then we played Tokers last year, week 1. This year we're playing First Responders week 1. We do feel like it's an honor to be the unofficial welcoming committee to the league.
Put it in the bylaws.
I would love it.
Yeah. Put it in writing.
It's Woost Week.
Woost Week 1.
We'll talk about that later, though. It might be Woost Week 2, Harpies. But it was a good game for us. We've got a good veteran team. We got a couple new people. We lost our starting pitcher from the past 3 seasons, which was tough. Brett Skaggs will be around, but not near as much. He's not going to be as consistent, unfortunately. We did pick up Troy from Red Legs. We got a couple young people that are playing that work at the Roost, so it's balancing it out. We are one of the oldest teams in the league, but we came out strong. And then, to their credit, I think it was 17-2 after 5. We didn't score again for the next 4 innings. So they figured it out. They're going to win some games this season. This is not going to be a franchise that loses for the first 2 seasons. They are going to win some. Like, they have MSB who's played for a while, Chris who's played for a while. They have veteran players who are going to surprise some people. I haven't looked at their schedule, but they're going to win some games. It was a great week 1. You never know.
I'm excited to
you
talk
never
about
know.
that too, because that's the best first 2 weeks for us possible between Jeff and Katie. I mean, can't ask for a better welcoming committee. So,
All right. Well, we're going to move on to YSC.
Welcome to the league, dudes. Welcome.
Or actually, we're done with YSC. We're going to go to Hobbs Park, which is sponsored by Thrivent Financial, Brandon Shreve. And at 7 p.m., we had Post House 11, Shirt Factory 15, comments section, the true winners.
Wow. Brett, take it
No
away.
remarkable plays, I guess.
Huh?
No remarkable plays, I guess.
Well, the notes we had on this game were nothing. So,
Wow.
Corksuckers and Tokers, naughty list.
So it's all on you, Brett.
All right. This was probably one of the best KBKL games I've personally played in. Post House, great team, obviously. Everybody knows Post House is good. Last year, Shirt Factory, we had a lot of close games against top 4 teams. Every top 4 team we played, we probably lost by 1 against all of them. Global, Post House, Tree Care in the tournament, we lost by 1. So we knew coming into the season that we had a good chance to be a top 4 team if we played to our potential. And Sunday night, I feel like we came out and we did that. Everybody on the team, great team effort. It was great bunts. It was great kicks. It was, even if somebody didn't get on, they were doing a job. They were getting people over.
They're moving people. I noticed that.
And big plays everywhere. I feel like this game was decided in the 8th inning, honestly.
Yeah.
Post house, they had 2 runners on. They kicked a big double down the right field line, got me on the right field line. Great kick. Can't remember who it was. But then they ended up getting bases loaded, no outs. There was
Jake.
a kick to Paul. He caught the ball.
Jake
one
was
out.
the right field.
Yeah, it was a great kick. No doubt about that. Got me. I was not expecting it down the right field line. Penned at the line. But anyways,
tough line to hit.
Yeah, they had bases loaded, no outs. We were definitely looking like, oh boy, we're in trouble now. But they had a kick to Paul, got an out there, bases loaded, 1 out. Kick to me, got an out there, doubled off the guy trying to tag to home. And then the next inning, we came up huge.
There was some. I'll say, if you watch this game, there were some crazy plays at home. There was at least like 5 or 6 like insane shirtless like dives and slides at home. I know some people are hurting.
Yeah.
This was
Monday. I know some
all-out
people are
game.
hurting.
Everybody was giving their all. I
It's a
couldn't
fun
ask
game
for more out of the game, honestly.
to get to games like that. It makes my whole Monday. I'm off, usually in bed, a little hungover, a little sore, and I get to watch games like that. I throw it up on the 75-inch on you. It just makes my whole day.
That's when you're like, well, I don't feel so bad about mine.
Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Ian
Exactly,
comes up, bases loaded. He kicks all 3 of us in. It was kind of over from there.
That
We
was
knew we were
huge.
gonna
That
win.
was a huge kick.
Yeah.
Ian's kick.
I mean,
Ian's kick.
I'm not gonna lie.
Insane.
Nick is one of the best right fielders in the league.
Definitely.
So for him to beat
Nick,
him,
hey Nick,
because he caught one on him earlier in the game.
Here's Nick from
Ian
Post
was
House.
painting bunts, and then to come up and do that was insane.
Go ahead, Nick.
They showed up. What can I? Not anything else I can say about it. They came to play. They came to win. Hell of a game by them. They executed when they needed to. They played really fucking well. We didn't execute when we had to execute. There were a couple plays that we wish we had back, but it's a humbling start to this season. We're ready to get back after it. Go show the league what we're actually made of.
Yeah, I would not want to play this post house team.
No,
next
I wouldn't
week.
want to play him next week. That's for fucking sure.
So.
And thank you for popping on, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Did one of the most humble players in the league.
Yeah, big shout out to Nick. He's very humble.
Oh,
I think he's
Jessica
one of the best
disagrees with
outfielders.
you.
I didn't
Peanut
even get
Gallery
to say.
disagrees.
I didn't even get to say on the microphone before Jessica's out there dying.
Oh, here's Jessica from Red Lights. What's up?
I have verbatim heard that man say he is the best shortstop in the league when Trey exists. Like, humble, that's crazy.
On
Wait,
the
who?
mic.
Jesus, Peanut Gallery's spicy with Jessica.
Trey
my
might
word.
be my.
My God.
Trey's probably my best shortstop in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
Shortstop.
Yeah.
So
Let's read your recap.
I got a
here, Cougar.
recap from Simon, the captain of Post House. Quote:
That's my opinion.
Lawrence Shore Factory was better prepared than we were. They outplayed us and out-strategized us. And it wasn't as if we played particularly badly or our strategy was particularly badly. They were just better. They executed better than we did in key moments. I'll definitely take responsibility for that loss. Being a new dad, being in the middle of coaching high school soccer right in the sub-state, navigating a game on Mother's Day with players gone or recovering from injury, I wasn't at my best leading the team. That being said, I'm confident we'll grow as a team. It was great to be playing kickball again. Hats off to Lawrence Shore Factory for finally getting one on us after 2 very close games the past 2 seasons. They've gotten younger and more athletic, but their remaining veterans are also still balling out. Of course, their veterans being Andy, Steve, and the Peace Brothers, John and Paul, all of which have won multiple championships for Lawrence Shore Factory.
I will say absences.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bree. Hi, Bree. Sorry, Bree. Sorry. Of course, we have the goat of all ladies' accomplishments, Bree Kester. I am so sorry, Bree.
I was gonna
So
say,
sorry.
man, I've never been so happy to be cut off so many times tonight because I'm like, good Lord, what are we doing here?
I'm so sorry, Bree. You will get a division named after you, Bree. You will get a division named after you.
Cougar makes rules now. Absences, injuries, all that aside,
That's right, 6 championships by Brady. That's very true. Yeah.
that's one short of Tom Brady. That's impressive.
There we go.
Yeah. I don't think, in my personal opinion, this does not anywhere near take Post House out of my preseason cup contentions.
Hell no.
I
Hell
think
no.
the only thing that came from this is that it firmly puts Shirt Factory as a cup contender.
Yeah.
A
I thought
top
they were
cup-
100%, yeah.
I thought they were last year.
I mean-
if the stats.
Yeah.
If I think I looked at the stats, didn't Shirt Factory give up the least amount of runs last year? I don't
No,
know.
it was Johnny's. I think it was
So- so
Johnny's.
Johnny's.
Yeah,
I
Johnny's
know
gave
Post
up
House
the
was right.
least.
I
Sorry, not Post House.
mean, why
Shirt
not
Factory
both?
was right there. Their defense is really good, and to have a potent offense like they
I
have
mean,
now, like
and
watch out.
that's the thing. Why not both?
All I'm going to say is when all things are even, chemistry matters.
Yeah. Yes, it is very, very.
I failed chemistry.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that it used to, for the past several years, used to only like the top 4 were gonna win the title.
So the lowest average runs allowed last year. Your top 4 teams were 4.9 Lawrence Shirt Factory, 5.2 Global Cafe, 2.5 at the lowest was Johnny's.
Yep.
And number 4 was 5.8 Wog.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean your average runs allowed last year was 3.
And guess what?
That's insane.
And Laura Scherfer, guess what? How they won those championships? Like stellar defense. They basically led the league in defense. That's why I won 5 of those championships. And now they bring.
And honestly, Sunday night, I don't feel like we played anywhere close to our best defense. We made mistakes.
Yeah.
Almost every inning, I feel like.
Yeah.
Plays that our players, I feel like, normally make, and we still ended up coming out with a win, even with some calls that I don't feel like went our way. But that's kind of the difference this year. Last year, those games didn't go our way. This year, we found a way to win it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Way to step up, man. Way to step up. Good job.
All right, then on to the main event at Hobbs Park, which is Thrivent Financial, sponsored by Brandon Shreve. And our game of the week, Corksuckers 10, Midnight Tokers 8.
Is there notes?
Notes. Cork. Clint Singlet never disappoints. Great
Singlet was the best one of all time, I think.
And great nut at third. I missed an all-time if there were nuts at third. That's all I know.
Oh, dear.
Great catch in the third to end inning by center fielder. And for the Midnight Tokers, Barry is the best. Leonard can kiss.
Barry is the shit.
So Brett was the home plate umpire. Like, Brett, you're going to talk to us about what happened.
Absolutely. This was just like the game I played in. This was another really good game. Corksuckers, they came out hot. Feel like they came out, ready to go. They scored early. They scored often. Midnight Tokers, though, they hung around. They stayed in it. They were in it in the 8th. They had bases loaded, or maybe it was 9th. I can't remember exactly, but they had bases loaded right there in the game. Just didn't come up with it. So it was a really good game. There were 2 great catches by both center fielders.
Yep.
2 kicks, both over their heads.
It was.
They turned both. Incredible catches.
It was,
So it was a really great game to watch if you were there.
Here's a summary from Jackson Wagner from Midnight Tokers. Quote, "We had a blast playing in the game of the week and thank everyone for coming out to watch. We had 4 players playing their first ever KVKL game, and they thought it was a lot of fun." That's good.
I bet the game of the week as your first game. I can imagine that.
Absolute blast. It can be terrifying as well because first game you're under the lights. You're like, okay, 'cause it's terrifying.
My first game.
Oh man, sign me the.
No, that's your first game ever in KVKL. Is your under the lights?
Even just my regular game out there.
7 o'clock at Hobbs is different than YSC period.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just the aura.
Yeah.
Let
a lot
alone
bigger
game of the
infield, a
week.
lot bigger outfield. That thing is huge. It's a
Sign
totally different
me
monster,
up,
man.
man.
Totally different monster.
So then continue with the summary from Jackson Wagner. Corksuckers played a terrific game and placed their buns perfectly all game. Well-deserved win for them. Tokers kicked the ball well too. Had the base load in the last inning, just came a couple short. Leonard, as was mentioned, kicked an amazing all game, and Corey, you KVKL, had great catches out in center field. We mentioned that great over-the-shoulder catch center field, along with Corksucker's center field, which I apologize not having the name there. So, I thought Tokers would win. I know it's based off. There's only second year in the league, based on potential, because they had some good games. I repped against them last year.
They were a very, very solid team.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're a new team.
No,
they
they're
were
not.
a new franchise to the league last year.
Yes.
But much like I mirror our sentiments, they had very lofty expectations.
They did? They beat us week 1.
Yeah, they came into the league. They won a lot, and they didn't stop winning. So credit to them, and I think they're going to continue those ways.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you, Cougar. I thought that they would win this game.
Yeah, I did too.
I think the big reason why, and I didn't know this about this until Brett told me, that Jackson Wagner got injured during the game because he was playing third base. Then I noticed in the middle of the game he moved to first base. I was like, why is he at first base? Like, what's going on? But then, like Brett told me, the home plate umpire for that game, the game of the week, that he came out injured. So I was like, oh, that's pretty tough.
Yeah,
there.
having seen Jackson played, I played with him on my team. I played against him. I could definitely tell he was not 100% because, in my opinion, he's a top. He could be on a top 5 team if he wanted to be.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great player.
Easily, man. Watching him play his first 2 innings.
Yeah.
Few innings, I was like,
when
holy
he moved himself to first base from third base, I could tell that he was not 100%.
Yeah.
And he's still. No disrespect to him. He gave his all for that team. Like he
does, yeah.
He was giving everything he could with the injury, so all respect to him. He's a dog.
But hey, credit to Corksuckers proving me and others wrong there because I thought, like, on paper, like, Midnight Tokers would win. Like, Corksuckers, they're a veteran team. They played game of the week before, and they performed better that night than Midnight Tokers.
Yeah, they were definitely in a spot where they could have lost that game, but they clutched up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So shout out to them. They did a great job.
All right, well, that wraps up week 1 for the KVKL 2025 season. So we're going to look ahead
Only took
now.
us 2 hours, bud.
Yeah. We're going to wrap up here with week 2 preview. Invictus Fitness Field, YSC 1 at 5 p.m. Toe Pokes at Love Garden.
Dude, this could potentially be the best game of the week, in my opinion. You don't think so? Why are you shaking your head?
I don't know. It could be interesting.
I think it could be, and I think Love Garden will bounce back, and I think it'll be a lot closer.
I know Love Garden's going to be coming out hot.
You don't think Love Garden will bounce back?
It's not a pick'em, and
it's not pick'em
because I don't expect it.
I think Love Garden will win this game, but I think it could be closer than most people think.
I want it to be a close, good game, but after the showing in week 1. And
it is Johnny's.
They play Johnny's.
If I'm betting money, I'm taking Love Garden.
It's Johnny's.
That's why I'm saying, knowing that coming off of a loss to the defending champs, all it's going to do is motivate a team that got the doors blown off of it. That's why I said, I hope it's close. My heart and my head.
So you're fearing for Toe Pokes?
Yeah.
Even though without Skyler, who's injured at third base, they're still make a big adjustment to. Okay.
No.
All right.
Okay. I think it'll be a good game, and I want it to be close, but.
Okay. All right.
But, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to keep my eye on that game. I think that's one of my favorite games.
I think it'll be a good game to watch, but I hope it stays a good game throughout.
Yeah.
Okay. Invictus Fitness Field, YSC 1 at 7 p.m. JB Califusion at Bald Beavers.
Once again, if you want to know, JB Califusion is the old Sod Squad.
Yeah, Sod Squad at Beavers.
Yep. So,
no comment.
No comment.
No.
Yeah, week 2. I'm excited to see
go the
some
Bald
of
Beavers'
these
ways.
just
Hopefully,
play out.
they can keep continuing to figure stuff out. But
yeah,
I think
it'll be a learning experience.
JB's definitely got a lot of chemistry going on, and I think they think this is probably going to go their way.
Yeah, the Sod Squad's always had a great chemistry squad.
Yeah.
So
It's such a fun team to play.
I love playing them, and I love the
Dude,
people on
every
that team.
time,
So
every time.
Yeah.
YSC 2 at 5 p.m. Free State at Empire.
It should be interesting because you have Free State is coming off a big loss, 11-4 against Toe Pokes.
Can Free State get the offense going? That's what I want.
Well,
boy.
we'll talk about more about week 2 later, but Free State did lose to us week 2 last season.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And Empire is in an interesting place this season. I would put them on par with where we were last year. Woost was last year. It could be an upset. They could do it.
Head out to YSC 2 at 5.
Empire being Free State an upset? Is that what you're saying there, Jeff? Okay.
He could any given
it could,
Sunday.
It could. You're right. Yeah.
YSC 2 at 7 p.m. The Midnight Tokers at the Late Fees.
Boy, there's a game, and no disrespect to late fees, that Midnight Tokers try to really bounce back from.
Yeah.
Is this
Huge
one
bounce
here?
back.
And I know Jackson Wagner is injured, but boy,
Yeah, I'd have to know what
they're
his
going to be
status on that game is before I
chopping
made
the bits. Yeah. So,
decision on this one.
Just don't put it in cruise control too soon. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
YSC 3 at 5 p.m. The KBC Tropics at Jazz House.
Yeah, and Rick from Jazz House has already called out the Tropics a little bit there, and I saw Ryan Pendry earlier tonight staring and taking notes in his head, so I was like, okay. So hopefully the Tropics, even the huge win against the Harpies, and it was, won't have a letdown against the Jazz House. So,
Well, Rick,
Yeah, I got
Rick
Tropics
also.
in that
Oh, look at that! Got a message from Rick right here.
Uh-oh,
It
what-
said, hello, Rick. Rick. He says, Cougar, you better pack your bag. You're going back to South Korea, brother.
No, Rick didn't say that. Stop making stuff up. Stop it.
He knows.
Why are you making stuff up,
I see
Kenneth?
it right there on his
Rick,
phone.
Rick's my boy. It's fine.
Kenneth,
it's fine.
stop with the libel. Knock it off. You get sued and get your. You're not gonna have enough money for anything, Kenneth. Jesus.
My nickname's K Money. I got plenty.
Oh, you're gonna be K broke. That's for damn sure. If you keep with his libel shit.
I
Jeez.
thought we were speaking with Ken Dog the Booty Hog. Was I
He
misled?
go by many names.
Yes,
okay.
he's a man of many names. YSC YSC 3 at 7 p.m. Global Cafe at Rick Rollers.
Boy, it's
Welcome
you
to the
sit-
fucking show, Rick Roller.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rick Rollers.
I
I
feel like this
know.
is a-
Iron
Find out who
is
you are,
fortune
Rick Rollers.
fire.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, this. I don't think this is going to be a love tap.
No.
I think it'll be a good
So
litmus.
Global
test.
doesn't really do love taps. I don't know if there's another word.
What are you
for it,
talking
but-
about?
Oh,
Yeah,
they
they
will.
do.
Trust me.
No,
look at
but
the games last
I
year.
think
Yeah,
love
they
tap,
do.
like, nice and maybe a little.
No. I look at Global Cafe's results last year. Last year, week 3, post house,
You're gonna motivate them right
21-5.
20-5, 21-5,
R Bar 16-3, Love Guard 18-3, Sacred Store 27-11, KBC Chargers 21-6. What do you mean you talking about? Of course
That's
they do
what we
love
call
taps.
love tap now. We're saying they're
Yeah,
gonna beat
those
the
are
shit
love
out
That's
of
a
them.
hate fuck. Is a love tap.
Yeah.
So we can't call it no more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
love
we're
tap.
being more politically conscious, not correct.
being
Conscious.
Have you listened to this podcast? What has ever been politically correct?
Yeah, that is
All I'll
true.
say is, I know one thing. Malloy's having them guys come out and practice every week. They're doing what they need to be doing. It's probably not going to go their way here, but
I feel like
I don't
this
think
game
it's
is
going to
gonna
be as
make them a
bad
lot
as
better,
a lot
to
of
be
people.
honest.
Yeah,
like
it's
they're
gonna,
learn
it's gonna make them a
They're gonna
better
learn a
team.
lot. And I don't think it's going to be as bad as a lot of people think.
No,
'cause I just
no,
played Rick
not at
Rollers,
all.
and they're
a good, solid team.
very young and talented.
Well, last year the Rick Rollers got shut out 16-0 to the Giants last year in Week 10. So.
Johnny's.
Yeah,
That's
Johnny's and that
Still,
was last year's
I
Rick
know.
Rollers.
It's like,
Speaking of Johnny's,
what's that?
Uh-oh.
YSC 4 at 5 p.m.
Man.
Johnny's at Red Leg.
Feel bad for Red Legs.
So Red Leg's the hardest 2 first weeks.
Invictus Fitness and now Johnny's.
Hey,
Yay. Oh my God! Oh my God!
But the
JDE
schedule
has to play
dictates. The
global
schedule
and fucking
dictates.
post
I
house,
mean,
so.
when you're
Yeah,
that
true.
when you're that
Oh, boy.
level of team, you can't really be upset at the level of play that you're getting.
No doubt. No doubt. It's an observation.
But yeah, I mean, what a tough start.
Yeah,
to
that's not what you're
2025.
asking for. I would say that.
But
last year, here's the thing.
Yeah,
week 2,
They
they
played
only
close
lost to
last
Johnny's
year. They played
5-3, and I
Yeah.
remember roughing that game and like
it was arguably Johnny's closest game of the year.
Johnny's did not play well. But
No.
they did not. So how was 5-3? But this may not be 5-3. No.
Maybe Red Legs figures it out.
Yeah,
Johnny's.
They got
YSC
good
4
players.
at 5 p.m. That's a banger.
I think it'll be a better game than you guys think as well.
Following up, YSC 4 at 7 p.m. Red Lion at the Ringers.
And where's Red Lion?
Right here at
right
944
fucking here.
Massachusetts Street. Our gracious host this week, right out here on their wonderful patio, enjoying
This weather's awesome. It's great.
some amazing weather.
I can't wait till it's 110 degrees. Let me tell you.
Why would you say that?
I work outside. I love the heat.
Well, anyone to hear that?
Where's Clay at?
Oh, where's Clay?
I'm trying to coax him
Also-
out.
Oh, my God.
Maybe he'll next.
Creative worker from there.
I went. By the way, Sean, I wouldn't poke the bear. That's Clay. Him as a Newcastle fan, he'll remind
him,
you.
a ChatGPT.
Oh, he's a Newcastle fan. Poke what bear? Who's the Premier League champions? Not Newcastle.
This is
Well, I was talking about the other thing, but okay.
Oh yeah, well you could have the other. That's a lesser trophy for lesser clubs.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
YSC 5 at 5 p.m. We have our first pick'em game.
It is.
Post House at JDE Shift.
Drink shift.
Who wants to go first? I'm making the pick'em games there,
You
gentlemen.
could.
I think we go oldest to youngest.
Oh God, that's not me.
Wait, I'm the oldest.
Thankfully,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah, no shit.
I'm
Well,
43.
you have Ben's picks. Is Ben's younger than you?
June 26th.
No, Ben.
You're not 30?
but I don't need to really read Ben's picks.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not reading Ben's
You know,
picks.
sometimes
Okay.
I feel way younger than a lot of players in this league. I think it's just my mentality, and then I realize I'm getting fucking old, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who wants to go first? Anyone? But Post House JDE. Shit.
Okay, so we're
Great
gonna go
shit.
youngest to oldest. So we're gonna start with Brett.
All right, Brett.
Brett?
Jeff's
Okay,
technically
sure.
the youngest.
Okay, sorry. Jeff.
Oh,
Brett.
Jeff is
Jeff
the
is
youngest.
younger. Okay.
Yeah, it's by a mere month, actually. We just worked that out between the two of us. All I'm going to say is hashtag drink shift.
Really?
Well, it's a pick 'em. You have to pick.
Really, Jeff? You're going with JDE over Post House?
It's just
Oh,
pick'em,
my
not
bad,
spread.
It's just pick 'em.
So you got shift.
Wow.
Okay, Bob.
Oh, my word. Okay.
Simon's gonna love to
As
hear
a
that.
second youngest, easy pick for me. I'm picking Post House.
Yeah,
They're coming off
yeah,
a loss.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
not going to lose this game.
Yeah.
No doubt.
As of the third youngest and most handsome on the podcast by far, I will say I've seen Post House come off a loss. Yeah, they got Post House.
By far
They
is
got Post House.
You got Post House, yeah. Here's the thing. Years ago, JDE did upset Post House. It has happened. This Sunday, there won't be a second time. No,
Years
it's
ago.
Post House. No. Sean?
Yeah, Post House.
I would love to see the history of Post House coming up a loss and seeing the fucking ass whoopings they lay down the next week. Because
If
I
they,
have been on the other side of that.
If
It's
there
not-
was
it's
a
not good.
season like
not
10
good.
weeks of games and scores of Post House only after weeks with losses, they would have like a
Oh
win
my
differential
God.
of like 34,
Dude, I'm
and
telling
they'd
you.
be 10-0.
I'm telling
like,
you. 'Cause I've been on the other side of that.
Watch
and they
out.
come out.
Yeah. I want to add to
Playing Post House on Hobbs is kind of beneficial because you can't kick a home run at Hobbs.
Yeah.
What
No.
are you gonna do at
Huge.
Hobbs? You
Go-
can't
Yeah.
kick
Not
a
over the fence.
fence.
Not over the, not
Go
over the
see
fence.
them on a short
We
field.
got good outfield.
And
Over
you
the
have
fence.
to
Yeah,
play
yeah,
your
yeah.
whole
Shit, you
defense
say
on
short
the
field.
fence.
I've watched
They got
Simon
multiple
kick
guys
one on
that
a
can
one
kick it over
night.
the
No,
fence.
but I'm saying the
YSC,
whole
so
team.
Yeah,
helps
and
play
I-
gotta
in the
play your
Hobbs.
outfield on the
just
fence.
Simon,
damn near.
like you're standing on the warning track
Yeah.
for half of their lineup.
Yeah. So, yep.
Going on.
So is everybody picked?
Yeah, everyone's picked.
Okay, I forgot.
No, everyone picked. Everyone
Yeah,
picked.
you did
Yep,
pick after
yep.
me. You're the oldest.
Yep.
Cougars old.
YSC 5 at 7 p.m. Arbar
Let's go.
at the Rockets.
Had to be done.
Last year, Arbar versus Rockets in week 6. How'd it go? Not well for the Rockets. They
well.
lost 17-1.
Yeah,
Not well.
I expect
Yeah, that checks out for the
similar
plate
results,
champions.
but closer score.
I agree. Our bar's a little younger, and yeah, I got Arbar.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
Yep. Okay.
All right, moving on. We're going to be hitting YSC 6 at 5 p.m.
Uh-oh.
LFK Rays at WOG.
Oh, dear. This might be a love tap. Ooh.
Is Wog coming for blood, Sean?
When did they never come for blood? Have you met Mr. Meredith here?
What about Mr. Stricker?
Yeah, same with Mr. Stricker. Have you met Mr. Stricker?
Exactly.
Of course, the bloodiest in the mall going for blood is Corinne, duh.
Corinne's back.
She's
this
the most
week?
bloodthirsty of WOG, obviously.
Damn.
Yes,
Yes.
even she says yes. Yeah, exactly. But this could be bad for LFK Rays. Really bad. Oof.
We'll see.
All I know is that
Oh God.
We don't need Steiner math to know that Sunday spells disaster for
Are you going to call it? Are you going to call the S word?
No.
Call the S word?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I can be mean, but I'm not rude. I'm not gonna call a shutout at all.
Okay.
I don't believe that the Rays need that sort of nor deserve that level of disrespect.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I'm being.
Nobody heard that.
Talking about the number
Why do
7
you care
team
about
in the
being
league.
nice?
This is me,
Jazz House.
Sean, why do you care about being
all
nice?
I know is that Sean Bryson spelled
Sean's
disaster for them and
Sean's a
sacrifice.
dick.
All right, that's it. That's all I got to say.
Oh boy.
YSC 6 at 7
It's a
p.m.
good game.
What is
Where?
this game?
We're getting to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
this
game.
is one of my top games of the week.
Absolutely.
YSC 6 at 7 p.m. Lawrence Shirt Factory at Sacred Sword.
This is a rematch of the second
Hey
round
man,
game
I'm
last
still
year,
asking.
right?
If
Yep.
someone wants to lay down, I don't care. It does not offend me. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm sure.
Do some pump-ups.
Yeah, I'm sure Sacred Sword will really be laying down against Lawrence Shirt
Yeah, this
Factory.
is a team
exactly,
we
yeah.
played in the playoffs last year. They
Both
played
teams
around
lay down. It's
pretty
a sign
solid.
of unity.
Oh, stop it.
We know that they are a solid team, so obviously
Yeah.
we're going to be coming into the game ready to go. We're not going to be
you gotta-
looking at them like,
Yeah,
we're going to run over this
No,
team.
no,
we
no.
know we got a good matchup, and we're going to be ready for them. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited for this matchup. I know Andrew and all his buddies, his young squad's going to be ready to go.
And that's what I
know
respect
it's going to be a
about
good
your
game.
team.
Yeah. And now that I know that they're adjusting their defense from last year, I mean,
Yeah.
clearly they're trying to
Oh, no, and
come up higher than they were. So
Yeah.
you love to see that. You love to see a team making the adjustments to be better than they think they can be.
Sure.
Whether they're, So I'm really excited for this game. Honestly, I think I'm going to win, but that's how I always think. So.
Yep.
It's a good way to think, and I just really like how you guys are looking at it as, don't just overlook it. It's going to be a game. I think you guys will win too, but I think again,
when
it'll be a
when
game
you're in this
that they can still
level of the league,
Yeah.
you play teams that any team you can play could beat you if you're not playing your best game.
So we all know that we got to come out and play.
Here's the funny thing about this game. Yeah, both these teams, both Lawrence Shore Factory and Sacred Sword, are coming out of like big emotional victories. The question is, even though they'll be geeked, that know who they're playing, who might be like, inexplicably like have a letdown.
Yeah.
Even though they shouldn't. 'Cause
Emotional
it could happen.
hangover
It
is
could
a
happen.
thing.
It could happen, absolutely.
Don't see it
both
happening to
games-
Shirt Factory personally.
Sacred Store, you hope it doesn't happen to them as well, because that was a huge comeback victory against WOG. So
A lot more
you would hope that there's no
experience on that field
emotional
than one
letdown for both of them, even though they know who they're facing is a big opponent. So yeah.
I guess it just
we know
melts
we
my
have
heart.
more experience, but we definitely know that they have a lot of athleticism on that team, and we
They do.
cannot take them lightly.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
They got speed, they got youngness, so we got to play our best game, and
Yep.
if we do, we will win.
I remember youth.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
YSC 7 at 5
in
p.m.
this league.
Our second pick'em game.
Yes.
The Harpies at the Woo.
Obviously, Jeffrey will be last. Obviously, she's last. Who wants to go first in the picks?
I'd love to go first.
Okay, go ahead, Kenneth.
Okay.
That's Ken Dog to you, sir.
Ken Dog, the
Booty Hog.
Kenneth.
No, say Kenneth.
No.
Say Kenneth Hog.
Say Ken Dog. The
Kenneth Dog,
No.
the Booty Hog.
You know what's funny? Actually, no one wants to hear this. I'm going to tell you anyways. How I got this nickname. We had a new guy at work at Temp, and he came on, and I introduced myself as Kenny. His second day on, he said, "What's up, Ken Dog, the Booty Hog?" He was immediately my favorite employee.
Oh yeah. Hopefully he
What a
lasted.
fucking guy.
Did
he did not
get
last a week.
No,
he did
didn't
not
make
last
it a week.
God bless his
Of
soul.
course. He wound
But-
up in
He's not
HR.
dead, is he?
He called the wrong
I don't
person
know.
the Booty Hog.
Have you ever got people from temp agencies?
Oh yeah, they're
He could be
fucking
dead.
wild
Oh,
cards.
yeah.
There's
Oh,
also
yeah, oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
use Wyandotte temp agency.
Man.
Oh,
we should.
dear,
we
dear,
might
dear.
come
Oh,
back
yeah,
to
but-
that for the
oh,
discussion
yeah.
question.
Anyways, I'll go first.
All right. Yeah.
I got Harpies bounce back here. I think
Yeah.
Jeff and Woos will give them a fight, but I think Harpies do bounce back.
Yeah.
Here. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Jeff. I love you.
Yeah. Who's next on the picks?
I'll go next. I'll just get it out of the way because I love Jeff, but I think this is
the bounce back game for the Harpies, the get right game.
Yeah.
Worcester is a very good team to play to get right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get right, you're goddamn going to get left real quick.
Yeah.
I expect a really great game from both teams. I think this is going to be a defensive game more than offensive.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have Harpies taking it over the Woost.
I got Harpies. That's all I got to say. Go ahead, Jeff. I mean, not Brett.
So I know the Harpies are they've been around the league for a while, but they got some newer players.
A lot of new players.
The Woos is what we would consider to be a veteran team, right?
Yeah.
100%,
Yes.
100%.
I think this game is going to be closer than most would think, based on the rankings.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think the
100%
Harpies
agree.
are probably going to pull this out at the end, based on what I know about the Kickball League. So I think this is going to be a lot closer than most people think, but Harpies win it.
All right, Jeffrey, go ahead. Tell us why we're wrong.
Jeff, tell them why the fucking Woos is going
Yeah. All I'm going to say is I love being right. So, I'm going to keep it pretty short and sweet. Is you don't want to see Woost in week 2? You can ask the Free State Growlers last year.
Ooh.
You don't want to see
I
Woost
heard you blew their
Seth,
team
are
up.
you
in
listening?
week 2. You don't want to see Woost at all this
That's
year.
a week 10
but this
call-out
is
if
a
I've ever
great.
heard one.
This is a great rivalry. We love playing the Harpies. I think for my first 4 or 5 seasons in the league, we were in their division and we played them a ton. The first year it was competitive. The next few years they kicked our teeth in, and they were a really good team. But so was the Woost. So I'm going to say Woost by 2.
Well, it's not a spread picking game, though. Thank
It's
you.
okay.
We love the enthusiasm.
YSC 7 at 7 p.m. First responders at the Ghost.
So second game is a new franchise of
This will
first
be a good
responder. You
game.
got go
I
like
just watched the Ghost. I think this will be a
Ghost. Yeah. So
It's going to be a really fun game.
Yeah,
Get out to YSC 7 if you can.
Yep.
YSC 8 at
Oh,
5
shit.
p.m. Our last pick'em and spread game.
Oh boy.
Invictus Fitness
You motherfuckers made
at
spread.
the Honey
I
Badgers.
didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I didn't
And
either.
here's what I'm going to say before you guys do this.
The silent hand did.
A little bird has told me the McKee brothers will be gone for this game. They are in Hawaii.
Is that right?
That's what I heard, brother.
Haka Leka Mickey is the thing to say when you hear that kind of news. When you have to play
I'm saying, put
Invictus.
this in
Yeah,
there.
okay.
And we got to wait for Brett to get back from
Yeah.
pissing for the 19th time this cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he's-
Oh,
listen.
I think
By the way,
I think
listen.
that makes it closer. I'll lead off with
I think it
this
makes it
pick.
closer. I played these guys for
Uh,
many years, man.
Yeah. This
We
is going to be
play close, and
a
then there's
great
usually
game.
an inning. There's usually an inning where they get us, and they
Yeah.
do what they do, and
And-
they find gaps.
and here's the
exactly
thing.
like they did against Redlegs.
Seeing that you guys are playing on YSC 8, that's why I say I'm
I
still.
think that evens it out a little bit.
I
Last
still
time I
think.
played them on YSC 8.
Yeah.
This was, I mean, I
About
think it was
4 years ago.
4 years ago,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
were we were winning this game.
Yeah,
we were
until
up by
the
3 or
7th
4.
inning?
It was the 7th inning,
Yeah.
and I believe Aaron's gonna hate if he's listening to this. I think Aaron was playing left field. My boy Grant Blodgett, who is retired, he's living in California now. He came up. They were roommates at one time. Grant pointed at Aaron.
Yeah, and it kicked it
And
over
he
his
burned
fucking
him,
head. Yeah,
and we ended up
He
losing
sure
that
did.
game. And ever since then, we've been trying to compete with them. And it's always one inning where we kind of fall apart, and they just hit the gaps. Maybe with the McKees gone, we can get this. I'm confident in my team.
Yeah.
I think that we're going to play this game closer than we did last year. If you guys were at our game of the week last year, which was really entertaining, there was an inning where they got us, and then they went up and they double-digited us.
Yeah.
And it was unfortunate. We fell apart, and I think we're going to learn from those mistakes and play it a lot closer. Yeah, we'll see.
By the way, in case you won the week 2 last year, Dan Kansas Tacos on 120-6 over Honey Badgers.
Oh, thanks
Yeah.
for fucking reminding
So-
me. 'cause
You're
a piece of
welcome.
shit.
I am
Hey,
going
you watch
to-
your fucking way on your way to your fucking Mercedes-Benz tonight, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Yeah.
Invictus Fitness by 4.
By 4. Okay.
By 4.
How nice of you.
I'm being nice. I will say I don't.
Hey,
I,
what
I,
are you? What if McKees were here?
I-
What if
I-
McKees were here?
You
What if
being
McKees
nice?
were here?
Who
I'd
are
say
you,
8.
Sean?
8?
8.
Okay, I think
I
that's
mean, that-
respectable. I don't think that we collapse like we did last time. I think we
Yeah,
learned a lot
I
from it.
think you've learned a
And
lot.
I think that my team right now is the best Honey Badger team I've ever had. I can say
However,
that confidently.
I will say I wouldn't have gone the route you gone, but since you brought up poor Brooksy, that was
Brooksy's gonna be pissed.
I know. I'm sorry. I love you, buddy, but in my now 12 years of playing, outside of watching Pickles sit in a chair, that's got to be top 3 most disrespectful moments. It was a team that's losing.
Yeah.
That, regardless, should have been or not.
This was when we
is
were
losing.
This was when we were still rats, though.
Just
we weren't even Honey Badgers.
I
We
know,
were the
but
rats.
that's why
So I think
made
it would have been
so
5 years.
So
ago.
yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what made it so disrespectful. Is
No one picked the rats to even
you
be
just
close in that game.
point him out, and you're like, "I'm going to burn you." Like, okay, cool. He's ready for it, and he's unfortunately still got burnt. Oh, I love you,
Move on
Brooksy.
before
Yeah.
Aaron kicks my fucking ass.
So yeah, who's next on the pick?
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
What do you got, Jeff?
I'm not a contrarian. I have conviction. I am going to say that it is Honey Badgers by 1 in the bottom
There
of
we
the
go.
10th on a walk-off.
Oh, so we're going. We're looking at our second extra inning game. We're going to hit that 3.5 fast, dude.
I'm not quite such a believer in the Honey Badgers. I played this version of KTC, whatever they want to call
Invictus
themselves.
Fitness.
KTC to me.
Without the McKees.
I don't care who they got.
Oh, shit.
They literally always come to play. They play great defensive ball. Every time I've ever played them, they play fundamental ball. So if you're going to beat them, you have to literally play their game, which is play defense and score a couple runs that you're probably not expecting. So in my opinion, this is probably going to go to Invictus, probably going to be about 5-run win.
No, the 5 runs already been taken.
I've already taken. Give me 6.
Five, 6.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm on with 4, but that's already
Do
taken
I like
2.
it? No. Do I respect it? Yes.
Okay. I'll go next. You'll go last. Or
I got a lot of respect for both teams.
Yeah.
They're
Thank
both
you,
really
brother.
good.
Thank you, brother.
KTC's really
Means
good.
a lot.
Okay,
They
let's see.
Great kickball.
They're okay at kickball.
They're okay at kickball. Yeah. So.
I haven't beat them yet. So.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Honey Badgers in Canada. You know this. Like the thing about the Honey Badgers that they love to thrive on the C word, chaos.
Hits them with a
They
fucking
love to
disclaimer.
thrive on chaos, causing chaos on other teams. Sometimes they do
Creating chaos.
creating their
I love
own
it.
chaos. Sometimes which is not always good, but team chaos. If you want to say a team in the league that's team chaos, it is Honey Badgers. The one team that basically basically does the best. Try not to feed into team any sort of chaos.
Yeah, that's
would be Invictus Fitness.
KTC.
They
is
don't.
their foil.
They don't fall for any of those traps. They
They
don't.
are
The
the
complete fact is they don't fall. Hook, line, and sinker to that. So, Jeffrey, you saying that Honey Badgers by 1 is like that's if Invictus Fitness basically goes mental. Which even without the basic mental, even without the Key Brothers going in Hawaii, they're not. They're just so fundamentally sound. They're not going to feed into the chaos. Go ahead, Jeffrey. What are you going to say?
All I'm going to say is we'll see.
So, with that being said,
I'm giving myself
Kenneth,
7 o'clock.
Kenneth,
curfew
I love
Saturday.
you. Kenneth, I love you. I'm going to say Invictus by 9.
You piece of fucking shit.
I didn't say 10. I said 9.
Well,
So-
Kenny said
9
Badgers
is-
by
I said 9.
a million.
9 is
so
disrespectful.
Spread's wide open.
I didn't say double digit. I said 9. So go ahead, Kenneth. Go ahead.
Wow.
Kenny, silence the haters.
Man, I got my boy Lucas back. We're feeling good. We're coming off a big dub. I got Honey Badgers by 2.
There we go.
I love it.
And it's because we're on field A. You always play so good
Yeah.
on field A. And yeah, you said chaos.
Yeah.
Fucking chaos is coming, brother. If you're
Chaos incarnate. And as we talked, I know we talked about the Mount Rushmore of
come on.
moms
Come on.
earlier in the league. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the Mount Rushmore of brothers. Obviously, we've got one of them on the panel tonight, but let's talk about the Brooks brothers and put some respect on that name.
Absolutely,
Eric and Aaron,
bro.
absolutely.
Eric is so slept on, bro.
Eric is so slept on. He's so slept on that I recruited him for my fall ball league.
I'm trying to think the sets of brothers are great in this league. We got, the McKees, we got the Shenhalls, and we got the Brooks.
OG Peach, bro.
And we got
the
the
Robinsons
Pendries
as well.
We got the Pendries.
Gotta shout out
There are
to
some
the
really
Peaches
good
for the
brothers.
OG.
They're
I'm trying to think
peaches.
of all the sets of brothers that's in this league, and I think that those. I'm sure there's other. Oh, the Pendries. Pendries are not bad too. For the tropics. So yeah.
Dude, I'm just saying, if you're free, come watch, and I better hear you yelling fucking honey badgers. I'm giving out. Actually, I forgot. I got like 3 cases of free IPAs from this last wedding.
IPAs,
Anybody
gross.
that comes and roots for the honey
Gets a
badgers,
free IPA.
IPAs. Let's go.
Kenny said free honey badgers or
Free honey badgers.
free IPA.
Free honey badgers
What,
for every
jail?
IPA that shows
He
up.
said,
Were they jail?
he said
Free
he
honey
says
badgers. They
free
jail?
IPAs and honey badgers by
Free
2.
IPAs.
Period.
Free IPAs.
Free honey badgers. My God.
Oh my God!
Oh,
All
my
right, YSC 8 at 7 p.m. The Gators with a Y at Soda Jerks. Uh-oh.
So George trying to make a recover from that loss.
Soda Jerks bounce back.
Yeah, bounce
Yeah.
back.
Big bounce back. Get right week for the Jerkers.
Yeah. So no offense to the Gators, but yeah, I got no.
Hobbs Park, sponsored by Thrivent Financial, Brandon Shreve Field at 7 p.m. Cork Suckers at Recess Rejects.
Recess
gonna be a
Rejects,
good game.
A big win over Ringers, Corksuckers. Most of the
game.
game.
It's gonna be a good
It could be a good game. Yeah. So
Cork Suckers a little bit of a different beast.
For sure. For sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure.
a lot bit of a
That
different
would
beast.
be.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Good game.
And finally, wrapping up week 2, Hobbs Park Thrivent Financial Field, sponsored by Brandon Shreve at
God, I wish Shipley
9:15
was still
p.m.
here.
I
Shipley
know.
said he wasn't happy that the game of the week
He's
was
never
this week.
happy, is he?
Mostly never happy. Yeah. So. Yeah. But
Yeah,
he
they
wasn't
are,
happy.
man. They
Yes.
are,
yeah.
dude.
David Shipley was not happy that Screamers game of the week as D-holes. He was not pleased.
Oh.
Not pleased whatsoever.
He got us
Screamers
last year. I
at
don't want to hear about it.
D-holes.
Yeah. Throw him in the fucking ring of fire.
What do you think? What do you think that Shipley's more mad at?
What?
The game of the week matchup or you and me?
Oh, it's us. He's mad at us.
Yeah, it's definitely
What
you
did
guys.
what did I say last week that
I
did you
think what
say
he
all year
said
last
was that we pointed out that they got those good seasons, not last season, but 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
The
on
easiest
really
schedule?
soft schedule, which was actually
That
true.
was the easiest schedule I've ever
It
seen.
was very easy.
Oh.
Because 2 years ago, like
Yeah.
Screamers, their strength of schedule was under 300.
Oh, and
Woof.
and I mean
2
it's
years
all
ago.
made up numbers and fake fun for a great cause.
It wasn't made up. It's true.
No. That's why that's a hill I'll die on. Come back
There's
and yell at me,
no whole
Shipley.
the numbers are true.
Yeah, numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Well, a loaded week 2 matchup. So before we run out of time here tonight, we do have a discussion question.
Oh.
do we?
Wow.
Yes.
I was hoping you were going to ask.
So, so we have a discussion question, and Cougar's going to read it here real quick.
Here's a discussion question as requested by Kenneth Caberline here.
That's Ken Dog the Booty Hog.
Kenneth Edward Caberline. No.
Dog.
Is that the correct,
No.
correct pronunciation?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well.
2 G's.
If he didn't come up with that
G's
name,
in that motherfucker.
if he didn't come up with that nickname, he'd probably still have a job. I don't know.
D-O-double-G.
No, he got
no, he's
promotion
had
immediately that
He's
day.
had a
okay,
lot
okay.
of jobs since then.
Yeah,
don't
well,
worry.
we don't know. It says, quote from Kenneth. My question for tonight's panel is ongoing popular social media question.
Quotes? Quotations? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Could 100 humans beat a gorilla in a fight? So let's go with that first question. The answer is yes, because even though a silverback gorilla is very, very strong, eventually it'll tire out, and humans are probably a little smarter enough to strategize and overtake the silverback gorilla.
Okay.
I got the humans.
Sean,
We'll
go
start
ahead.
in this real
We're gonna go down-
quickly.
We're going to go down the line here.
So, all you honestly need is about 60 really strong men,
Yeah.
10 not obscenely, but probably grotesquely obese men.
Large?
Yes. No,
Me.
no. Obese.
Me. Yes, I am.
And then
You're not even close.
And then
Don't,
you need
no. Come on.
Cougar, shut the fuck up.
you need 25 to round us up to 95 very able-bodied men, and you need 5 sacrifices. Now, here's what you do.
Like speed.
You shove the grotesquely obese men on top of the gorilla first.
There's so much thought that was put into this.
And then
And then you have your 5 sacrifices, the first of which
I could be that too.
probably the smallest and most
wear 'em out.
easily
Gotta wear
to
'em out.
maneuver. No, go straight into the gorilla's mouth. All right? So now you've
R.I.P.
choked
Brett.
off his passageways, and you also have 10 400 to 500 pound men laying on top of this gorilla with 95 more people punching, kicking, clawing, and doing whatever.
He's thought about this.
It's over.
No, this
Here's
is.
the
It's
problem.
over.
I only sent this
It's
question.
over.
Here's the problem.
It's amazing
I did not
that
send this
tonight
question to
we have
Sean.
found out what Sean Meredith's Roman Empire is.
This is my Roman Empire.
Here-
I'm
no
just
one
saying-
can convince me
I'm
that
just saying,
100 smart men
Sean
cannot
is so
defeat a
prepared
gorilla.
for this question, and I only sent this to Cougar. I did not send this to Sean.
No, I had
only
no
sent this to
thought of discussion in our household very
Oh,
often.
I know.
What do you guys say, y'all, about this?
Is it a
Brett.
pick'em?
Brett,
Are we
what do you
talking
think?
about like
Yeah.
minus X amount
Do
of
you
men?
need extra men?
Part 1. There's a part 2.
Oh,
There's a part
shit.
2. There's a part 2.
Give me 100 men over one gorilla.
Yep,
I mean,
yep.
we got
All
brains.
day.
We're gonna figure it out.
Wow.
Right?
All day.
Again.
Most of us
Unfortunately,
don't
I
have
think
brains,
the
but
men
one
would
of us has
probably
to,
win.
right?
Oh, unfortunately.
Hey, all I know is if you put one man on the field with a gorilla, while unfair, only one of us is out of the fucking Silver Age, brother. That's all I know. I can run really fast.
I think the arguments against, for the gorilla are
Oh,
actually
yeah.
insane.
Oh, yeah.
And the ones I have seen are insane. Well, my favorite thing is, I've seen some people have, celebrities have posted their lineups. Like,
Oh, yeah.
this is the 100 I got.
There's some
And they're like,
undefeatable lineups.
Here's my flashbang. I'm throwing a Tyrion Lannister in as, a flashbang. Just to
You have to
distract
have a
us.
sacrifice.
Hey,
Holy
If
shit.
you don't have a
the
sacrifice, you are
characters they're
fucked.
throwing in these scenarios, honestly, are hilarious.
Give me Jack Black from School of Rock. I don't know why, but
You need a wild
Hey,
card.
okay. Get me Zach Natzbar from
get
Johnny.
no allowance today, but now I'm really ticked off.
And that's even another smart thing. You get
I think Zach could not only seduce a gorilla, maybe give him a fucking run for his money.
yeah, not even one, but maybe 2 or 3. You get your fastest men right out the gate. You wear that fucking gorilla down. He's going to chase him, and the next thing you know, he's
I'll put
Red
Steven-
Dawn,
I know,
and
it's
there's
one.
97
It's
men
one. That's-
fucking coming over the hilltop fucking not Harambe's saving your ass.
Here's
Oh,
the
there's
one
still-
problem.
Okay,
here's
yeah.
one
Can
problem
we
with
move
that.
on to part 2?
Yeah.
So part two?
Part
ladies
2.
and gentlemen.
Okay.
I know you're all
Quote.
all patiently
All right.
waiting.
Quote.
What kickball team in the current league would have the best chance against a gorilla? Unquote.
Well,
I
who
already know
has
the
the
answer.
largest fucking roster?
No.
That's what I'm
It's
taking.
not about that because we all know the correct answer.
I know the correct answer as well.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not just athletics, but who's more willing to collectively
Mean?
be good in a fight.
I know Kenny would bite a gorilla's dick off.
Yeah.
Which current?
As they say,
3 players over 6'3" on my roster.
yeah.
I think we got a chance.
Honey Badger don't take no shit.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
is your answer Honey Badgers?
I can't say otherwise.
Yeah. Brett, who's your answer?
Yeah, let me go last.
Go last.
It's
Okay. Sean, you want to go next?
I think.
I already have the answer. The answer is Honey Badgers. It's true. They're Team Chaos. They are.
Brother, me and my whole team discussed this after a shotgun Sunday.
Although I will say, if it was the gorilla just versus the honey badgers, they'd.
Oh,
I'm
get our
going
limbs
back.
tore off.
Honey badgers would have my pick for the league, but game changer here. They wouldn't win on an open field against the gorilla.
Yeah.
However, if it were
No, best chance. We're talking about best chance. That's
I
all
know,
it is.
but I'm talking about having a fighter's chance. You put that gorilla in an alley with the honey badgers,
Oh, are we talking
all
weapons?
bets are off.
No weapons. No weapons.
I'm
No
still-
No,
weapons.
but it's like tact.
No, it's just your fist. No weapons.
Okay.
No weapons. Nope.
I mean,
I'll
I think
say,
no
you get
weapons.
trained
Cali
by
Fusion,
fist
they
fighting
probably
raccoons
smoke the gorilla
at
up, have a good
municipal
time.
airport out here.
Yeah.
What?
True.
You got to start somewhere.
Fist fighting raccoons. What?
Have you ever fist fought a raccoon?
No, I have not.
I fist fought a possum.
I've
How did that go?
fucking punted
I
a
won.
possum.
You
I
won?
won.
Oh, congratulations,
I
you won.
absolutely won. I beat
All right.
his ass.
Possums are possum. Yeah,
No,
he
possums
laid
are
down.
important. They
He laid
control the tick population. No, you need possums.
yeah. I
He
mean,
was
they're
stealing my cat's food.
they're
brother. He
needed,
had it
but
coming.
at least raccoons.
Don't
are
put the cat food
cool.
outside.
He lives outside.
Your cat lives outside? We have an indoor-outdoor cat.
This was the 90s. This was the 90s.
We have a cat that lives outdoors.
Okay, well,
he
that's-
brings us
Oh,
offerings.
Ronnie.
This
Yeah,
this cat brought home a fucking deer rack.
Yeah, that cat could
What?
fucking take the gorilla.
Our cat took down a deer, as far as I know.
It might be able to take a gorilla.
Ronnie versus Gorilla. Let's make this happen. No, let's not do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Ronnie versus Gorilla sounds like a Jersey Shore porn. Jesus.
I remember Ronnie.
I love that show. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
Dude,
love that
actually,
MTV show.
You know what? My
It was
fiance
great.
made me watch that show, and
It was
it's
stupid, but it was
fucking
great.
awesome.
It was great.
You know what I watch but don't, but do, and don't have to?
We all have
What's
that. Well, Corinne, what do you make him watch? 'Cause I know
Oh, she
that-
doesn't make me watch
Okay,
anything.
Okay.
One Tree Hill.
Oh, okay.
What
I've never
the
seen-
fuck?
I've never seen that. I've never
We
seen
could
that.
have a whole podcast about that weird
I don't even know
shit.
what that's
You
about.
probably have my
There's a
brother
guy
on for
named-
that one.
There's
Sophia
a guy named.
Bush.
There's a guy named. What?
Sophia Bush and Chad McCurry.
Oh shit! Cougar loves
They used to
it.
they used to be married, but then allegedly Malcolm Murray cheated on Sophia Bush with Paris
Well,
Hilton.
it's not that cool anymore because
you know.
Cougar knows.
Yeah.
It, so
I wouldn't. Oh man.
man hasn't seen Sausage Party, but he's for sure seen One
He
Tree
knows
Hill.
all the behind-the-scenes secrets of One Tree Hill. Yeah,
No,
there's-
that's the only one.
I'll
That's the
just put
only
it
one.
this way: there's a guy named Mouth. Okay. There's another dude who's a basketball player who had a fake affair and not a real baby, whose kid got kidnapped by a psycho babysitter. That's all I know. All right. This show's
Wow.
wild.
But Cougar,
That's pretty
it
like-
goes to show Cougar surprises me week by week.
And
more
if I'm wrong, you're all wrong because
It's
I'm right.
10:30.
crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Cougar, you got to cue up the music because
No.
Wait, hey, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Thanks for having
By
me.
the way, I got
gentlemen.
Honey Badger. What's your pick? Brett? What's your pick?
For what?
I got honey. Honey
Which
badgers
current team
are
with
the most
the
likely.
best chance to
You guys
beat a
know I only
gorilla?
put this
I
person on
said
here 'cause I wanted
JB's
to hear
Cali
you pick
Fusion.
us,
They
right?
smoke up the
Fluffers.
gorilla. They have a great
Honey
time.
Badgers by 2. Let's go.
Because smoking, they
It's
would
a
have the best
draw.
chance to win.
Yeah, it's a draw. Nobody has a bad time.
Draw, they all die. That's fucking noble.
Hi.
Could you imagine if I had to put something on my tombstone? It was killed / died next to a gorilla.
Not killed.
Sign me up.
Died smoking a bleeze with a gorilla. That's
What was your vote, Sean? Who's your vote for
Badgers.
Badgers.
Yeah.
So 4 for Badgers, 1 for some reason JB's Cali Fusion, aka Sod Squad. Okay, whatever.
Wow,
Sure.
there's a view for.
Because Ross is my doppelganger.
Yeah.
That's why.
And he's a crack.
Oh yeah, he's a doppelganger. By the way, that race has to happen between Kenneth Ross and Sean these days. I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Can we do it on a Monday when everybody's?
No.
I'll race all of you.
Yeah.
I'll
No.
I'm the oldest.
All right. Any last words?
I'll take my shoes.
By the
off
way,
and put my supple
thank you to the
feet
guests,
on
to
the
Kenneth.
ground.
Thank you for
from
having me.
Honey Badgers, Jeffrey
Yes.
from Brett from Lobster Factory. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you all.
My name is Jeff, and I like to party.
Early, clearly do, Jeffrey. Yeah.
He's on Smoko. Leave him alone.
Sure Factory.
Leave me alone.
Everybody, we will catch you next week with our Week T recap. And speaking of freedom, we all know what the inevitable is. Welcome to immortality, Pete Rose.
Whatever.
He's not as bad as that epic cheat of a fucking franchise, the Houston Astros.
The asterisk, that's very true.
The largest cheating scandal in baseball history.
But Pete Rose is no damn saint. No. No damn saint. No. God, no.
The Patriots absolutely did nothing wrong. They had 3 infractions
Oh,
of which
no,
they were
here we go
penalized.
again.
And
Oh,
all 3 times they were apologized
Oh,
to
my God.
for
Chris, don't do it.
false
Chris,
accusations.
don't do it. Don't do it. Chris, don't do it.
Thank
Don't
you.
do it. Don't
Catch you
engage.
next week, everybody.
Don't engage my Patriots. Bye.